Good evening, Doggo. Welcome to tonight's episode of Wishful Mockery. You may have noticed, those of you of our few loyal followers, we weren't here last week. Unfortunately, I was dying. I had the weekend off of work because I had something. I don't know what it was. It was like extreme heavy. Get away from my food, you little fuck.
It was extreme. Get away from my food, you fuck.
Go away.
I mean, that would get you off work. Extreme. Get away from my food, you little fuck. If someone came near
It
my
would.
food and I had to
It
kill
would.
them, I wouldn't be at work.
Yeah.
Say that to your manager.
Now she brings in cakes.
The savior.
So yeah, I was very, very ill. So basically couldn't talk on the Saturday. So it wouldn't have been good. I mean, the voices aren't great anyway, but they would have been even shitter on that Saturday if I had to do it. So, yeah, we decided to give it a miss that week. But we are back now, ready to go. The release of Space Marine 2 has been fun. Josh, James, and I have just been banging that one out because it's amazing.
Brother.
Yep.
I really want to make a Space Marine character somehow in D&D.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I know that we've got Wrath and Glory, James, before you say it, but
you can't be Space Marines in that.
You can.
Yeah, you can. It just takes a while. You,
Okay.
You start as a scout, and then it isn't like your epic thing makes you an actual Marine.
So it's 4 tier. 1 tier is just basic human people. 2 tiers when you become a scout. 3 tiers when you become a marine. 4 tiers when you become Primaris. Oh.
Okay, we are showing us.
So yeah,
weird.
we will go into tonight, and we will have a little see what our budding young heroes can get up to, and then we'll.
Wait, hang on a minute. Jack is not young.
Very true.
This is true. I am very old.
So
Oh, I
Darius
meant my
young-
Jack, but yours too. Also, I swear I saw you today, Jack, and I genuinely had to do a double take before I realised it wasn't you.
I would be very shocked if you saw me today.
But with that being said, we shall roll credits. Well done. Okay, so James, what happened last session?
I lie. Leave me alone.
And he thought
I generally. So we started after killing the bandits, or was that the week before? Awesome. So we killed a bunch of bandits who were trying to collect tithes for a church that is very well. At least the bag was very faded. We don't know about the church currently. We went to the lovely Academy of Magic, where we almost didn't get entry by a old player of Perry's.
Good old
Don't
Isaac.
know.
No, he's not. A completely different character.
No,
Yeah.
we all know. We all know he's not.
Bullshit.
I don't know.
Check the gun. Until Zathara went, hello. And we were allowed entry. It was almost hello. Yeah, went inside. Then had to try and convince the dumbass robot, Warforged, sorry, to try and convince him to let us see the people. Almost didn't work again. Then we went up and found Zathara's aunt. As we also, is it a sister? Is it an ex-lover? Nope, it's an aunt.
That was an awkward Sweet Home Alabama moment.
Please. Various conversation until we. Well,
Jack
she
nearly talked
summoned.
himself into death again.
You always do that. That's not news.
Bro.
I feel attacked, but he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Jack
Okay.
is like the ultimate. I'm good at talking and shit at talking character.
He is the
No,
epitome of
no.
bard.
That's Josh as a player.
I'm going
Probably
to take
person
that
too.
because that's a compliment. And I'm going to take that.
The hour got summoned. Looked really confused. Jack fell in love with the observatory looking into the stars. We did some talking that I can't remember about. I showed off Swiftwing. He was like, oh! I told him he's just an old man in my parallel realm. He didn't like that. then we went to the church. More details between there, but hey ho, my brain's running out of words.
You have a brain.
It's
I hope so.
absolutely fair. No, that was really good. Jack, do you have
Yes.
more to add?
Oh,
Not
bad
you.
Jack.
Not really. Pretty comprehensive. We obviously learnt a bit more about Eliath. We're told some potential things to use against him. Holy water, radiant, magical weapons, etc. However, we also learnt he was part of the Mist Legion that the Queen recruited in the war 800 years ago, and potentially this could be the reason for the kidnapping was breaking of the contract. We were also told Eliath is special, not affected by the sun, so we don't know how effective the normal means of killing him would be. We also know that his last known location was just below the Glittering Keep in a place called Frailheart Manor. And then, obviously, there was the vision that Zadar had when communing with his planes in Obus and the interaction between this plane and his planes in Obus, which was awesome.
It was fucking cool.
I like it.
Humble as ever.
Of course. So yeah, Zadar decided to go to Anubis' temple, had a little commune. One Anubis was telling him to stay strong. The other Anubis was basically going, fuck you. Also, hi mother, I know you're watching.
No, James, there are 4 viewers. Also, Perry's mom, hello. Did she message you?
She was trying to talk to me earlier before. Actually, she said I was in a white t-shirt, so I'm wondering if she's watching an old one.
I mean, she
Me
might
and
be
Josh are
confusing
both
you
in
for
white
me
t-shirts.
because, you know, she thinks you're gorgeous and I am gorgeous, so I can understand the confusion.
No, she knows Perry can't grow a beard.
Okay!
But then again, similar headlines.
Not really.
I don't hide mine.
I don't hide mine!
That comb over says it all, Josh.
Not a comb over. See?
You little queef.
Don't worry, most of us have widow pigs.
Fuck you.
Jack, I think, is the only one that actually has a normal hairline.
Jack is the
Wow.
only one among us that is probably
Ryan, you
relatively
don't.
close
You have a
to
widow
normal.
peak forming.
What do you mean forming?
give me that.
It's not there yet.
Just do this, Ryan.
Oh, we dropped to 2 viewers.
We scared them away.
I'm one of them.
Oh, that
That is
doesn't.
another
And
one.
James is. Oh, wow.
So yeah, we shall jump back in for tonight. So we left off Inobus and Zadar and Yuki had left Inobus's temple. And we
Beautiful,
now
guys.
take our attention. We now take our attention to. We just got at it. We now take our
James was warning
attention to
about.
Jack and Sarkin, who were deciding. I think it was between 2 temples,
It was.
Corellon and Bahamut. And I think, which one was it you decided to go to first?
Bahamut, I believe.
I
Bahamut.
would agree with Jack because he's the note taker. I can't remember, I'm going to be completely honest. I trust
I
his
also agree
judgment.
with Jack purely because I watched the last little bit of the episode previous before this.
I
Also,
was
Josh
gonna
would blow
say,
Bahamut if he could, so obviously he'd want to go there.
Hey, you leave my thing for dragons out of this.
I remember Josh saying something about we just literally met him. Let's go to his temple or something along that lines.
That does
Yeah.
sound about right. Because
It basically was.
We've just been blessed by him. Let's go there.
Corellon would be more personal rather than, oh my god, I just met a god, let's go see him. His temple. Not him.
Okay, so
We could.
you two split off from those two as they walk to us. We'll go back in time a little bit.
Rewind.
They split off to they split off to go to find Anobus's temple. you two split off to go to yours. So while you're trying to find it, is there any conversations, anything you want to do?
I guess I'd probably probe a little bit into Sarkhan's past after the conversations we had with the Owl Man about kind of being not from this plane. I would be okay. Hi, Riley.
Hello, Riley.
Don't describe it. Do it.
Okay. So Sarkhan, considering I am not from around here, you could say, this city you come from that you kind of not really spoke about much. Just one question. What? And I just kind of gesture at all of him like, what?
Well, my disposition isn't particularly accepted in the wider world, whereas this city is more of a haven, if you will. Protector of people like me and of the general public from entities like me that pose more of a threat.
So a Goliath.
Yes, hence my mission.
I mean, what I'm hearing is it's a city of vampires that protects vampires and stops vampires from being vampires, while also being vampires.
In a roundabout way. There are more than vampires in the city. Just
Wow, I bet it would
obviously,
really suck living there as a normal human. And I would literally
Ah.
slap my legs.
Ah.
I am sorry, I couldn't resist.
Over in the distance, you just hear a "Ba-dum."
Thank you. I'm sorry. I've been wanting to make that joke for a long time. I won't make it again.
It's not the first time I've heard it.
I don't doubt it is, and it will be the last you hear it from me. I promise.
I highly doubt that as well.
Okay. I may have a propensity for bad jokes and even worse puns, but I never use the same one twice.
I'll be sure to point that out the next time you repeat one.
You wound me, good sir, you wound me.
But yes, no, there are more than just vampires in the city, but other misunderstood races, shall we say.
I've heard of havens as such on my plane, covens, things like that, where like-minded people of your kind of situation as such gather, but I've never heard of a city as such. To be honest, it would be interesting to visit because a city that literally never sleeps would be impressive, and with the age I imagine of some of your citizens, the things they've seen and the feats they could achieve, it must be a interesting place to say the least.
It is a very magical city, let's say. It is definitely well worth a visit, and if aiding in killing one of these disgusting creatures will definitely gain you some favour in the city.
Indeed, I mean, I can't imagine was it the elders? I can't imagine they would look unfavourably on us for removing Eliath's head.
Definitely not.
Maybe once we've finished this whole quest, this adventure, we could go for a visit. I'm sure there'd be plenty of things I could learn there. And you never know, Zadar might even get a tan.
I'd be happy to take you.
Sounds like a deal then. I mean, yeah.
Onward to the temple then.
Onward indeed.
So as you're walking and talking, it's the Temple of Bahamut is not hard to spot. It's one of the larger buildings, kind of not across the street, but few little streets over. You end up about here.
Oh, I need to refresh because I was still on a paused thing.
Don't worry, so was I just before the stream.
And as you're walking, you come up to this rather humbly made stone and wooden building. Almost looks like it's been repurposed from potentially like a warehouse. As you walk up to it, there are a number of gargoyles and things placed all over the parapets of the roof, all depicting dragons in different poses. As you look at the entrance, it's a grand double door archway, and lining the pathway up to it on either side is, in its actual element, one of each of the metallic dragons, all in a striking pose of either heroism,
Made out of their metals.
but made out of their metals.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
So pure statues. You've got like a copper dragon, a brass. At the very end, just by the door, the pathway you got all these ones along the side, and as it goes towards the door, there's like a round pathway, and in the center of that pathway is one more dragon on a podium that's facing down the path, so you have to kind of walk towards it. And as you walk and get closer to it, it is a platinum dragon. And as you get closer, the statue itself is made purely of platinum.
So, is there anyone around it at all?
There are holy people around, dressed in, once again, all different kind of metallic colored robes. Some of them have like fully adorned, very few of them have fully adorned metallic robes. Others just have metallic kind of carvings and etchings in their robes. Others just have sashes or belts that represent certain colors. Kind of leads you to believe that the colors do also represent a tiered system of like power within the church.
Almost reflective of the metallic dragons themselves.
Yeah. So they're all kind of walking around, and everybody that's here, all manner of different races. There's orcs, elves, tieflings, gnomes, halflings, pretty much everybody in these robes. And they all look content. Most of them have smiles on their faces, talking with each other, just walking around the gardens at the moment, some of them going in and out of the church itself.
I turn to Zark and I just be like, well, as much as this is a holy place, and I know generally the propensity for holy places to sometimes be dour, it's nice to see people actually happy, especially with the war going on.
It is a nice, refreshing change.
Do you think maybe it could be because of how kind of close Bahamut is, maybe? Even if they aren't aware, maybe they... Well, consciously aware, maybe they are kind of subconsciously aware, potentially, but...
I mean, it is possible.
These gods are mysterious.
That is one way to put them.
And I kind of mutter under my breath, arseholes as well, sometimes.
Yes, that too.
You hear a slight rumbling in the sky.
Sorry, Zeus. Well, I suppose we should take a step inside and see what's what.
Indeed.
So you walk down the path, kind of admiring these large chromatic statues. And you walk round the center platinum dragon one, and you come to the doors. There's no one guarding, as so to speak. There are monks and holy people walking in and out. Oh, excuse me. God, Pepsi gives me fucking gas.
Pepsi is so gassy compared to Coke.
It is so gassy.
Dr. Pepper.
You walk up to the doors and you kind of just push them open. There's no handles on them. They are literally just push doors. They just kind of swing open. And you walk into this open plan basically just floor. In the very center, underneath a skylight dome of multicolored glass. The glass itself has metallic sheen to it. Underneath it is a stone carving, another statue of multiple dragons, all kind of entwined around each other, over each other, kind of claws and hands, just in a massive mess. But still looks quite organized. And atop them all is one other dragon with its head just kind of reared back, mouth open. And the metallic shining from the light of the skylight kind of lights it all up. So it's a multi-spectrum color of all of these metallic colors. As you look around the room, you can see a bunch of people, all holy people, some not, just kind of going about their day to day. Are you looking for anything in particular? Just having a look around at the moment.
I'd probably be looking for, given the hierarchy of dragons, of metallic, not chromatic. Am I right in saying it go? James, and Perry, what are the rankings again?
Gold's at the top.
Yep. Then platinum.
Platinum is only Bahamut.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the only one.
Platinum, gold.
Gold, silver.
Gold, silver. Then is it bronze or copper?
Bronze, copper.
Brass?
I think brass is probably near the bottom.
Copper's the bottom and brass is above. Because they're all ranked in CR, really.
Okay. I would kind of look for someone with a bronze kind of identification.
So you look around. There are a few that have bronze adornments. The bronze adornments are belts. Closest one to you would be a halfling male. He's about 20 odd feet away from you. Currently knelt in what you assume to be prayer.
I would kind of glean into Arcana and go, I think we should speak to someone of kind of middling rank. Not too high, not too low. Someone who would have some information, but not necessarily, you know what I mean. Someone who'd be in the middle.
We do want to acquire supplies, so we can't have someone too low, though.
True, but if we go too high, they'll just turn us away. Should we try the bronze gentleman over there?
Yes, lead on.
While you're talking and just before you leave, Jack, you feel a tap on your shoulder. You turn around to see a orcish man stood behind you, kind of hands in robe. He's got like taps, puts his hands away. And he just, greetings, children. How may the Temple of Bahamut serve you today?
I'd kind of hands together. Actually,
he speaks with a very, very posh kind of accent, despite the fact he is an orc. It's almost shocking that like this non-Tufrinish talk has come out of an orc's face.
I would.
What like level is he? What is he, like gold?
As you look him over, you can see that his robe is white, but adorning it, all in filigree around the cuffs, up the arms, around the collar, are silver trims.
I'll take a silver. I'll take a silver over a copper or a bronze. I'd kind of bow very sincerely back, kind of hands together, bow, and go.
He bows back.
What time of day is it again? Is it afternoon now?
Yeah, you're probably sort of like mid-afternoon.
I go.
By the time you got out of the academy.
Good afternoon, Father. We are here to search for supplies and potentially some information or aid, if that is something the Church of Bahamut would be able to help with.
We do like to pride ourselves on the aid that we can give to people in their time of need. What sort of aid is it that you require?
I'd kind of look around and go, if you may come close, this is something of more of a private nature. and kind of lean into him.
He leans in slightly.
And I'd kind of fish out the emblem of the Lord General and go, "We are here on a mission for the Lord General. We must remove a greater vampire spawn. And after speaking to the College of the Arcane, they have directed us to yourselves for potentially holy water, things of a holy nature. And given a recent interaction we had with a old man and a canary, I thought it would be prudent to come to yourselves first."
He raises an eyebrow. There was a lot in that sentence for me to
Just little dump.
dissect. He kind of takes a step back. I think it's probably best that you speak with the Archarchon.
I just kind of look at Sarkhan and give him a sideline look at him to say, "This is either really good or really bad."
He will probably be able to help you better in this matter.
Thank you.
I mainly deal with common prayer.
Wait, do we just get like an entry-level intern and be like, "How can I help?" And it's just like, "We need to see the CEO," and he's like, "Fuck."
Follow me. And he just walks rather hurriedly towards the statue.
Oh, that's hilarious. Did we accidentally turn into Karens? Get me your manager. Oh, good God.
He walks down the kind of carpeted stonework towards the statue. As you're walking down, you can see a older gentleman ahead. Longish grey beard that kind of pokes out from behind a hood. And don't really notice it at first, but what you then see is fucking massive eyebrows.
Are we
that just
talking
kind of-
Radagast level eyebrows?
Yeah, pure
Like,
Radagast level,
whoosh.
but like grey. And he's talking with someone. Can I just get a perception check from both of you, please?
Ooh, first rolls of the night.
I know.
Ooh,
Okay, I'll take that.
bad.
What's my mod? I think it's +2. 17. I rolled a
23.
15. Oh, okay. Fuck me, I guess.
Nope. No. 19. I was looking at my persuasion, not my perception.
I wish I could use
19.
my persuasion because the minimum that can be is 20 fucking 1.
So 17 and 19, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sarkhan, you're both walking forward.
What was the...
Josh, you missed it by 1.
No! 17's so good as well, but fair enough.
17 is very good. As you're walking in, Sarkhan, you notice something very, very interesting as you walk towards this elderly person. He's talking with someone whom you recognize.
Who?
An elderly elf
No.
that you met not
No. I don't know
a
this.
day ago.
Fuck, I don't know this! No! No! Fair enough.
Yeah.
As in, I'm assuming who we think is Bahamut.
The old hermit
Yes.
is talking with the Archarchon.
Ah.
And as this little peon dude walks you over, he kind of not muscles his way in, he very politely just sort of steps into the conversation. At which point, being closer, Jack, you would also then get this sudden,
Oh, God, it's
oh
you.
shit.
My
You
jaw
will
would
walk
visibly
over.
drop.
They both turn to look at you. The elderly elf looks at both of you, raises an eyebrow, and just shakes his head.
And I play it off as a yawn. Jaw drops, and I'm like, oh. And I just kind of
Shakes
look
his
at...
head, looks back to the Archarchon. The Archarchon turns around. You both notice he's human.
Ooh. That was an unexpected twist.
James, are you drinking alcohol?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
It's like the summer pineapple.
Get it
one, which
down,
we
get
can
it
go
off
Okay.
stream. You cannot drink alcohol on Twitch. It's against their terms of service. We will get taken down.
Good thing I'm the only viewer.
Ouch! That
Put it in a
hurt.
cup. They'll never know. The Archarchon kind of turns, bows to his subordinate. The subordinate bows deeper back. Archarchon, I have some people here that need to speak to you with regards to a matter of importance. Unfortunately, it's above my ability to help them at this point. I feel it's best if they speak to you. James, was that a hand raised, or?
Yeah. Looking at Twit, you're allowed to drink. You just can't be drunk.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I take it back. I
For
apologize.
alcohol, you sipping on a drink while streaming wouldn't require any labels to say it's a drunk stream or anything.
Oh,
No,
sweet.
You just can't be drunk.
So raw
James,
alcohol.
get off stream. He's pissed.
Sorry, guys.
I'm drunk all the time. Who cares?
Jack's a functioning alcoholic, both Jack in game and Jack in life.
I think
Yeah,
alcohol's
Jack.
too spicy for Jack in life.
Very true.
The Archon kind of looks you both over. Very well. Thank you for bringing them to me. And the peon just kind of bows, looks to you, both of you, gives you both a bow,
Bow back.
and he wanders off. He kind of looks towards the hermit. He's like, "I'm terribly sorry. Hermit kind of raises a hand. So, no, it's absolutely fine. If you have to deal with more members of your flock, that's not a problem. I'm merely going to have a little look around and just enjoy it while I'm here." The Archon kind of gives him a bow. I'll catch up with you soon. Yes, of course. Gentlemen. Hermit kind of looks at you both and just goes, "Gentlemen,"
Good sir.
Good day.
and then walks off.
I'm just like, internally, my internal monologue is just screaming "fuck" over and over again.
The Archon now just beating on both of you. Well, how can I help you today, my children?
Firstly, thank you for speaking to us. My father, I guess, or would you prefer a different honorific?
Archon is fine.
First and foremost, I would like to say it is good to see someone of my kin here not being persecuted. It speaks volumes for the understanding and breadth of compassion that the followers of Bahamut show.
My family have grown up here for generations, so there was no need to persecute us when the war broke out. That's other people's disputes. Granted, way back when, they were looked upon with a bit of disdain, but they proved themselves by being devout worshippers of Bahamut, and not the heathen god. So we've kind of been given a... He sort of looks around, leans in slightly. Bit of a free pass, as things go around here at the moment. But I am now the Archarchon of the Temple of Bahamut, and I treat my position with great care and respect.
As it is plain to see. And we thank you again. We have been guided to yourself by your colleague. Very helpful gentleman he was. Instantly understood what we needed and knew it was beyond his ken, so he brought us to yourself. Do you have anywhere a little bit more private, per se? Or would you be happy to discuss things here?
He looks around, and as he does, you kind of almost feel the instinct to look around, and there's not... He almost has like an air around him where people just aren't. So you've got about a 30, 40 foot space where nobody is occupying. He sort of looks around. I mean, depending on the sensitivity of the information, here should be absolutely fine, if it's okay with you. I do have confession booths in the back if you wanted.
I have not sat in a confessional booth for a long time, and I do not.
Good, don't. They're boring as anything.
He would get a chuckle at that. Oh, it is good to know that humour is still strong here. I'd look at Sarkhan and go, I trust your opinion on this. This is more your area of expertise.
Well, we have been sent by the Lord General. I just motion to flash the symbol.
Whee!
We are on a mission to hunt a vampire lord, and we were hoping we could get some holy supplies from the temple to aid us in our fight against this evil.
Well, that I was not expecting to hear that today, I must say. What? He goes to speak and then sort of looks at you, Sarkhan, looks you up and down. Leans in a little bit closer. Forgive me for making an assumption, but you hunt a member of your own kin.
Yes,
Is this some Blade situation, or
Daywalker!
Night Stalker?
Both Disney and Valve are coming for us now.
Yep.
Fuck. Hey, what made you get it big? Lawsuits.
Yeah.
No. Archarchon, although you might see it as one of my kin, I do not value this horrific creature as anything related to me. This creature we hunt is pure evil and must be eradicated.
And I will speak from experience and say Sarkhan here is anything but. He is a good soul. He has saved my life.
Well, you vouch for each other, so that is... I will take you at your word. Here in the temple, lies don't seem to stick very well.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Good to note.
Quickly write it down. Don't lie in the temple of Bahamut, or thee shall be smited. Smote?
Smitted?
Smitten with the Archon?
Smitoted? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Do you hunt something or someone in particular, names, when it comes to these? And forgive my term of phrase here. He looks at you, Sarkhan. These abominations, names hold certain power.
It is
The
not
one
a
we
name.
are seeking is named Eliath.
He kind of edges back slightly. Doesn't step back, just sort of his posture straightens.
I just nod and go, do you understand why we came here?
I do indeed. You hunt the leader of the Mist Legion.
Oh, he's the leader.
Not an easy target to be going for.
Oh no. We knew he was a member. We didn't know he was the leader.
Yes, we are well aware of his power and prowess, and why we want to be as prepared as possible.
This is something the Temple of Bahamut could aid you in, not to the extent potentially we could have, as resources and manpower, despite how the temple looks at the moment, are dwindling. Many of our artifacts have gone missing, been stolen, just gone for a general walkabout, really. We do have a few left, one of which I am willing to lend. It might come in handy at some point. You mentioned holy water earlier. That I can definitely provide. That's not a problem at all. When are you embarking upon this? He sort of smiles. Noble crusade.
As soon as we gather all our supplies.
We have a few leads to follow, and while not certain he will be where we think he is, we would rather be prudent and be prepared just in case.
Which is very, very good way of looking at things. At least you're not adventurers running into the midst of battle, hoping for the best against a master vampire.
Oh, Lord, no. I've heard stories from where I come from, and I'm not even happy with the preparations we're doing, but we've got to, so I'm going to go with everything we can.
That barbarian isn't in this party.
Fuck you, Godfather!
Very well. I will. The holy water will take a few hours to prepare, especially to the level of which you are going to need it. I'm assuming you've gathered all the information you can about the quarry in which you hunt.
If we've gathered a good amount, if you do have anything further, or any information you are aware of, any aid would be useful.
I wouldn't want you to hear repetitions. What is it you've discovered of? And he almost pauses on the name. Eliath.
That he is a member of the Mist Legion. He is old. Old is the word, almost. Powerful. Note taker, please. Line. Line.
Line.
Line.
We also know of his what's the word I'm looking for? Almost empowered form, like as he is not affected by the sun, and how he is. Excuse me.
It's all that holiness in the air. It's getting to
Would
you.
you like some water,
Yes.
my
Oh.
child?
Don't
Yes.
give him holy water.
Oh.
Just...
It's not. Don't worry.
They literally do that in Blade, don't they? They give him a drink and it's holy water.
Yeah.
To one of the vampires. That's what you do to Sarkhan.
Melts from the inside.
How
New
his
character.
powers are slightly unnatural, even for his kind. Also, we have leads on his whereabouts, and if you do know anything for us to be aware of on our journey towards the forest below the Glittering Keep, any information could also be helpful.
You're heading directly to his manor.
Yes.
You know it's his manor?
Brettelhart Manor has been shrouded in mystery for centuries. Those that venture there don't usually come back. All I can tell you is stories. The Mist Legion are surrounded by legends. Things that they've either perpetrated themselves or the odd survivor has come back and told.
You say you can only tell us stories, but I know more than most. Every story holds a kernel of truth.
That they do. The only chilling one that springs to mind is of Eliath himself, single-handedly slaughtering an entire city.
That nearly happened this week.
I've heard about the calamity at Ansharas.
That was him.
That was him employing weaker tactics. He summoned undead, correct?
He summoned and turned, and in turn they passed on the curse.
Yes.
Friend fought friend, family fought family. It was horrible.
Eliath once leveled a city by himself, without employing his dark magic.
He is a powerful foe.
He is indeed. I will prepare the holy water personally, myself. Come back in the morning to collect it. By then should be about 4 vials worth.
Okay.
It will have a special property. You will be able to coat any weapons that you may have. I just want to double check. I'm assuming it's not just you two going after him.
No, we have a
Okay, good.
A lionkin with a very special mount, and someone who has been touched by Avernus, let's say.
You travel with a strange group?
Strange times.
Never a truer word spoken. I will prepare the holy water. In the meantime, and he kind of looks around, and one of the attendants, they're just dressed in kind of a glittering sort of red robe. There's a couple of them around. One of the attendants sort of looks over, just kind of hurries over really, really quickly. Would you fetch the cape? He just bows. He runs off. He
Cool
goes,
cape moment.
This is an artifact that I can lend to you. We will require it back after your job is done. It holds a holy enchantment upon it. Basically, how it works is the cape, if you are deemed worthy, by Bahamut, will attune to you. Until the cape is returned, it will not be able to be removed. It unfortunately will not grant you any extra protection. That's not what it's for. However, depending on your strength of character, shall we say, maybe a few, maybe once a day, you will be able to activate its effect, which essentially is how to put this into better terms. It's like a giant flash of light which will blind anything in the vicinity.
I can understand why that would be useful, especially against someone who is, well, a creature whose minions are probably going to be weak to such a thing, even if he is not.
I'll be honest, it's never been used on Eliath himself. But there's no time like the present to try it.
And I think with Bahamut's blessing, it would absolutely work. I mean, this is Bahamut after all. You get a very telling half smile.
He just sort of smiles back, at which point the attendee comes over. And he's got this cape draped over both arms, and it's very elegant looking. It looks almost like silk. And it's bright white. There's not a mark on it. There's not a stitch out of place. Nothing. And just at the very top where there's kind of, you can see there's a hood that would come over. Around the edge of the hood that kind of, it's decorated to go around the rim and then like flames kind of coming back. Ooh. But it's all in platinum filigree.
This is something that I think would look striking on Zadar. Would you agree, Sarkhan?
I was thinking more you, to be honest.
Oh, it needs strength of character, and that is not something I have.
Oh, I think you do yourself a disservice.
You hear a voice from behind both of you.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, I do think that would look rather good on you. You turn. Oh, don't tell me. You see the elderly hermit.
Oh, you bastard, Perry!
Basically leering over your shoulder.
Ah, it's good to meet you again, old friend.
He just bows ahead. But it gives you a look of don't.
I wouldn't have. I just go. We on our way to the city, we spotted this gentleman. He managed to save our rations. We were close to starving, and he provided some well-needed supplies. So he is a saint, almost. He
sort of bows his head and just goes, "Bahamut blesses when the time is right, I suppose."
I just kind of raise an eyebrow at him.
Sarkhan, in your head, you just hear, "I bloody hate blowing my own trumpet, but probably best they don't know."
I mean, I appreciate your kind words and yours, Sarkhan. They do mean a lot, but and I'd actually just kind of look dead into the old hermit, his eyes, and just look at him and go, "I am not a champion. I am not someone who is worthy to wield such a powerful item. And that is not my path."
He sort of looks you up and down. And then you get in your head. No. Maybe a different purpose lays in front of you. And you see him squint his eyes as he carries on talking in your head. Perhaps one of the others. Corellion. And then he goes back to talking.
Oh, he's lucky I'm an actor.
That is absolutely fine if you don't believe that you should wear this. I do believe your suggestion of Zadar might work quite well. He would look rather fetching in that.
He would, and given his...
I was just thinking your flair for the dramatic. It would
Oh, well...
suit you rather well.
Dramatising things is always fun to one such as myself, but in this instance we need sincerity and strength, not drama. And who better to wield a dragon god's blessing than one who rides a dragon?
The Archon kind of goes, Oh,
Oh,
one of your companions is a dragon rider.
yes.
We are going up against a massive vampire after all.
When I said it was a strange party and strange times, we have all sorts. It's quite impressive. I'd say when we bring the cape back, we will bring our colleague here and himself willing, potentially meet his Dragneel.
I'm afraid you'll have to bring him here. Slightly before that, the cape needs to be adorned in the temple for it to receive its blessing. So I will keep it here for now. Bring him here in the morning when you come to collect your the holy water that I'll prepare.
Thank you. We will.
For now, is there anything else?
That would be everything. Thank you.
Unless
your aid is...
there is any other information you could provide.
Of course.
Anything else? No matter how small, could be of.
God's
You're
look
heading
closer
to
than you
his.
think.
You're heading to his manor, correct?
Yes.
The forest will be a trying time. The forest itself is almost bewitched. Just keep your wits about you and move through with speed, but with care.
I've heard many a tale of a magical forest that bewilders the senses and leads you astray from the path, mostly resulting in witches' cottages, fiendish creatures that would prey on you, string you up, sing songs about you as they span their webs.
If you have a skyship to hand, I would recommend you fly the majority of the way and then disembark. You don't want to get too close to the Glittering Keep, otherwise you won't have an airship left.
And I
Do you
think our
know
captain would
how-
kill us if that happened.
You don't have to know how close we can get without being shot down, do you?
I would say a couple of hours flight outside the city, which means the rest of the walk to the manor would only take you 4 to 5 hours at most, at a brisk pace.
That's pretty good time, actually.
Thank you for the information.
There are plenty of places to land a skyship as well. There are old ruins out there that should provide enough cover, a place to keep a ship in seclusion while you go about your task.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Your aid has been incredibly welcome. In trying times, it is wonderful to see the generosity of people doesn't fade.
The Temple of Bahamut is always open. We pride ourselves on helping those in need. That's why the door never locks.
I dare say you do Bahamut proud every day. Is the old hermit still there?
Oh, he's still stood there.
And then I'd go, and I'm sure he looks on you favourably even now.
One can only hope. This old man has dedicated his life to Bahamut, so I hope one day it will bear some fruits.
I'm sure your dedication and your honesty with all forms of life and aid, I'm sure Bahamut would reward you in his own way.
He gives you a bow, and then he kind of looks at the old hermit. Now, Everlass, come. We have some things to discuss.
Everlast. Did so.
Yep. Right, yes. Well, gentlemen, good luck on your... I mean, I only caught the end of that, but good luck on your... soiree. And he sort of walks between you both to the Archon. The Archon gives you one final bow.
As they turn, I'd be like, may Bahamut bless you. Especially you, old hermit.
You notice a slight pause in his step. He doesn't turn around, and he carries on walking.
If he had, he'd just see like a little shit-eating smirk.
They both leave. The attendant with the cape kind of follows after them, and then you just hear the Archon go, "Oh no, you can put it back for now, and then we'll sort it out in the morning." They give a bow, and then they come back on the statue, and then go put it back.
I just turn to look at Sarkhan, lean in and go, was not expecting to see him here of all places.
Yes, well, I suppose of all the places, this would be the place to see him.
I mean, true. Can you imagine the Archon's face if he knew?
Yes.
The Archon would literally have a baby there and then.
Can believe it. Would it be a gold dragon as well?
You don't know, maybe.
However, Jack, I do think you should be the one to wear this cape. You are the one who has been favoured by the Platinum Dragon himself. And although, yes, it would look rather fetching on Zadar, it is not the god he follows.
I will give it some thought. I think the next temple we visit will be telling more than you realise. We would go to Coralon's temple, a temple that holds, or rather, a god that holds a special place for me.
Fair enough.
So it'd be about this time that Zadar and Yuki would have found the temple, done what they needed to. You both left. So we'll flip back over to you guys. What would you guys like to do? My lovely humans. Or cat person and devil man.
I say you insult us.
I do, I apologise. Humans? Ugh.
Wow.
Gross.
Demon human. Yeah. Lion human. Noid. Yeah.
So you had a bit of a trip in there.
It seems my god has a case of split personality. You could
We know
almost
many
say
people like that.
he's done a Josh.
I knew it was coming as well. I fucking knew it was coming.
I roll high enough on a history to know what that means. So well, might not seem like it, but I learned something too. My sword, it's old and cool. I'm gonna have to do some looking into this bad boy.
Old and cool.
How old is old? As old as, well, you, technically ignoring all the shenanigans of the time distortion of the Nine Hells.
How old did the mural look, Perry?
Old. That looked like pre-war. Like,
The
before pre-war.
Well, the mural was pre-war, so that's 880 odd years ago, which would have depicted an event at least 100 years ago, so about 1,000 years old.
That is quite a sword.
I just kind of hold it in my hand. Yeah, there's going to be some interest in this, I think.
You'd expect a sword that old to be nothing but dust.
Can still take a head off. Trust me, I've tried.
You've tried to take my head off.
I mean, not your head. If I tried to take your head off, it'd be off.
Whatever you say.
Tap you on the back. Right, let's go. We should probably find those two before they end up getting us fucking chased out the city.
I have faith to Jack to at least stall.
I have faith in
Fair.
Sarkin to stop him from making a mistake.
Oh, you have faith in me.
That's about
I
all
don't-
I trust Sarkin for.
It burns. It burns the face.
I have quite a lot of faith in Sarkhan, actually. Sarkhan's a cool character.
He's like a good guy sauce.
But better, because he's not an asshole.
That's why exactly. He's a good guy.
So are you going to go try and find them? Because
Well,
obviously
they were heading
you
to
did discuss beforehand, so you know
Well,
that they would have.
Remembering that they were going to Bahamut and then the other temple, I forget his name, I'd obviously suggest that we go to the second temple.
So you guys go and try and find the Temple of Corellon. You guys leave the Temple of Bahamut, and you. Oh, what's that? That's that one. You both kind of end up convening at the sort of town square.
Whee!
Spider-Man meme. You guys.
So now's a chance that you sort of see each other from across, give a wave, you all meet up. Now is your chance to have a little conversation if you want it.
It seems Anubis has a severe case of mirrored personalities.
I mean, it would make sense. The Anubis in yours would be a reflection of the belief there. And the one here. Here. I presume you spoke to him?
He spoke at me rather than to me.
And that is still more of a boon than most people go through their lives receiving.
One half was telling me to never give up, and the other half telling me to give up.
I don't know about you guys, but I want him to go the never giving up half.
Yes, I think that would be an excellent idea.
Speaking,
Fuck it, give up.
I'm too proud to give up.
Speaking of gods, we went to a temple ourselves. We went and saw the Temple of Bahamut. Quite a well-stocked place. We spoke to the Archdeacon there. He's going to prepare some special holy water for us that I presume will be stronger than most and will also allow us to coat our weapons in it, so should give us an edge against that creature we're hunting. As well, he's given us a holy relic that we're allowed to use, on the condition we bring it back afterwards.
I wouldn't use... let me start again. I would use a creature's name. It drives the fear out of it.
True.
Eliath.
Now, there is merit with what you say. I will give you that. This relic is a cloak, a cape as such, blessed by Bahamut. However, while we were there, we ran into a certain old hermit.
The one you claimed was Bahamut?
Sarkhan?
Yes, he also spoke directly into my head. I'm more inclined to believe Jack is that actually was Bahamut. Especially with how he acted in the temple.
Yes. The cloak... It needs strength of character to use. I think it should
I'm
be you that
surprised
uses it,
you
Dadar.
didn't. It just gets, stops dead in his sentence. Excuse me.
I know what I am. I am not a champion of gods. I am not a hero. I'm a musician and I'm a coward. You are a warrior.
You claim not to be a hero, but you have all these tales about you of you being the hero.
Like I said, they got a little bit out of proportion. I know what I am. And a warrior is not that. I think the character that it needs is someone of yours. The firm self-assuredness you have. Even when you doubt yourself, you still take the right path. That is something I do not have.
You speak as if you know me, but you are very wrong, I'm afraid.
I mean, when we go to collect the holy water tomorrow, the cloak has to be donned and put on in the Church of Bahamut. I say we speak to them there and see who they think. Because I do not think it should be myself. If there was ever a god that I should seek the favour of, it would not be Bahamut. That is not my ken. That would be... And I'd kind of gesture at the necklace where Swiftwing is. That would be your realm.
My god. His temple was a ruin.
I can only apologise for that. While not unexpected, it is never pleasant to see the relics of one's homeland in tatters.
It seems here it is his own fault, so each to their own.
Oh my god, is this character growth?
For all of you?
Oh my god! But anyway,
Who'd have thought the gods unite characters? Oh.
Looks like rule of deductions, Jack. You're the last one that can wear the cloak. I mean, me and Sarkad ain't exactly the holy type, are we? Slaps him on the back of the shoulder.
I
I love
actually
that.
agree with Yuki, but he seems set against it.
I appreciate the fact you think I have the strength of character for this. But we shall see. There is somewhere I must go first. A certain temple that I would like to visit. Do you gentlemen have other places to go? Anywhere else you would like to visit?
Nope. I'm along for the ride.
Ah, fuck you then.
Wow.
To the
Like a dog.
temple!
In that case, to the Temple of Coralon.
As the other two walk off, I'd like just to quickly grab Jack's shoulder.
Just
You two go to you can see the temple. It's quite obvious. Temple of Coralon is one of the largest buildings in the city.
Oh fuck, I
it
wasn't
is-
expecting that.
Coralon
I know who he is.
made the elves.
Yeah, but then it's the whole music and stuff like that. But I suppose it is an elven city. It's because it's such a mishmash of races. I keep forgetting it's an elven city.
Mm. So you guys kind of walk off this way. You basically can see it. It's right next to what was pointed out to you as being the governor's palace. It's about there. So you guys start to walk off, and you two... Hoik.
Get
It's
over
not a
here!
yoink. It's more that big hand on his shoulder. Not like going to forcefully stop him, but like, attention.
My arse falls out.
I think I'm going to die.
Not a heavy pull,
I'd stop and go, yes, Sidar?
while the other two are out of eardrop. You'll be surprised at my own acting skills. When you lead a unit, you must show no fear. That's where my confidence is. False. And I walk off.
And just as he was walking past me, I'd go, and yet you have true confidence. Believe it from someone who is used to seeing through the masks of an actor. And then follow.
I'm going to tread on that, and that's going to hurt. Where the fuck that go?
Was it a D4 by any chance?
No. Fucking pin.
I think I'd prefer to step on a pin than a D4.
Depending on the D4, some of them are rounded, so you're a little bit like, "Ooh, that was
Mine are
painful."
rounded, at least.
Yeah,
Perry,
mine
the
aren't.
D4 you got me.
It's fucking edgeworthy.
The ones that Jack got us.
Look,
Oh
I
my
mean, it
God, I
won't
don't tread
focus,
on that
but
one.
like,
Yeah, they're pointy. They're good. But that's a good D4 because it's got the little rounded-ish bit on the bottom.
yeah, you can spin it. Jack's
Yeah.
D4s are great as well. They are
All
deadly.
my D4s
but
will rip your foot in half.
Yes.
He's a knob little four. He's a little knob.
This D4 is quite cool. It's like a pyramid.
Hmm.
Aren't
Yeah,
all
that's
the
what-
D4's fucking
Yeah,
pyramids?
D4s
Yeah,
are
but
pyramids.
this one's got a small base, so when I roll it, it kind of falls, so it points like that.
Oh, okay, that's quite good.
You mean
So does Josh's.
Hmm.
flat?
We
No, it's not. It's not flat on the bottom. It's got like. Can you see
Another
like?
mini triangle.
Oh, okay. It's like
Yeah,
a
I just
D8
rolled it,
almost.
Perry, and it rolled a 4. It's good.
Nice.
Nice.
So you start all walking towards the Temple of Corellon. It is a very grandiose, typical, like in Ansharis, the buildings are still very much like Fable, kind of that old Tudory style building. This is your very typical Rivendell, Elven style Tolkien building. Outside are, while it is, it's autumn at the moment. While it is autumn, as you walk towards its gardens, there are just fountains, beautifully carved bushes. There's a load of like cherry blossom trees that just release their petals in the wind. That's kind of light breeze that's blowing them across. Multiple other sort of like so many like different types of trees as well as you walk through. And as you walk onto the grounds, as soon as you cross the threshold, you all start to hear music that you didn't hear outside. Almost like harp playing and beautiful lute sounds that just kind of melodiously, that's not a word, but it is now.
Melodically.
Is that a word?
Melodically.
That doesn't sound right.
Melodically is a word.
Hopefully someone proves you wrong. I'm going to chat later at some point. You hear like melodies of just beautiful string playing music. And as you walk in, there are less followers in the Temple of Bahamut, more followers in the Temple of Enobus.
That's not difficult.
It's
One.
not hard. And you can see a number of people dressed in more casual style clothing. None of them really strike you as holy people, but they're all in like little groups, and they're all doing something. There are some groups that are like painting wondrous pictures of the trees around them, or just abstract bits of art. There are others that are sat around playing music on the floor, and women with like harps, and men that are playing like smaller ones and larger ones. They're all just creating this big quartet together. And as you're just walking through the gardens, all of these senses and everything just kind of hit you, and you can't help but feel a little bit lighter and a little bit happier at your surroundings. All of the sort of stress and worry for what you're going to have to face, it doesn't leave. It's still there. You're still very much like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. But it just feels a little bit easier walking through these grounds. As you carry on walking through, eventually you see a double platform. Same statue on both. An elf. Regal in look. One holding a sword. The other exactly the same, but holding a bow. And then as you keep going forward, you get to the doors of this temple. Scratch that. There are no doors. It's just archways. Just archways that just lead in. It's very open plan. There's nothing really. There's no like walls as such on the ground level. So you can kind of see everything that's around. Inside, there are people that are using like dancing lights, cantrips, but in majestic displays of horses that are galloping through woods, and great battles that are being fought, all in dancing lights, and other people creating minor illusions. For a place that doesn't have a lot of magic, there is a lot of magic focused in this one place. And it all looks quite wondrous.
Just as a side note, as we were walking through the cherry blossoms, Yuki would have looked like he's kind of spaced out, almost away with thought.
Home.
Everything all right there, Yuki?
Cherry blossoms, they were a very distinct memory of someone very important to me before my abduction. She loved them. I wonder if she's how her life went.
I hope when you've built a bit more trust with me, you'll be able to tell me about her.
Nothing to hide. It was my younger sister.
I hope she had a wonderful life. I'll just keep walking.
Every so often you just hear disapproving grunts from Zadar.
Fully expected.
Jack, you as you're walking around this is like freaking ecstasy for you. Everything is just like
Music.
Everything is almost brighter. Colors are like you can almost smell colors, basically. You don't really know what to do with yourself.
To Zadar, was this one of the gods that you fought against in your world?
No, but it's more the waste of studying arts instead of war when thousands die daily.
Well, I would say it's a peaceful land, but even still, it's not. I can see your point. But arts are also nice.
A luxury for afterwards.
Yeah, there. But if that luxury dies during the war, who will pick it up afterwards?
You make new art. It's ever changing.
Can't argue with that.
Just like war. Fucking ever changing.
No,
All right.
war never changes.
All right, Walton Goggins, calm down.
As you keep walking through, are you going to try and head inside? Are you staying out in the grounds for a little bit?
I would turn to the others and go, if you would allow me to enter this place by myself. There is somebody I would like to try to speak to.
Somebody that I used to know.
However, a temple of Coralon, all are welcome. Enjoy the frivolity, the music, the peace while we can.
Yes, I think Zadar would love to learn how to paint that tree over there.
I'm gonna go.
You get such a
Sit.
fucking glare.
I will say,
Sit on-
Zadar. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go sit on a bench, light up one of my candy cigarettes, and nap.
I will say,
There's a
Zadar,
bench right by you. You fall asleep, or you
You
go
want
to it and you nap.
cigarette.
Sorry, Josh, carry on.
Coralon was a great warrior. Even you could learn from him. With a quiver of endless arrows and a bow that could hit a target from miles. He is a man many could learn war from.
It seems he'd be more useful at the end, though, with his current days.
He has his uses, raising morale, because if a soldier knows not what he fights for, why does he fight? If a soldier cannot remember the joys of happiness and can only remember the darkness of war, why win? Someone should always
That's
be
like
able to
saying,
remember.
why roll over and die?
Exactly. You should always have something to fight for. You should understand that. And this, and a gesture to the temple, gives people hope, gives them happiness, and allows them to...
I'm really sad
Have
you didn't see
solace.
the third one there. Ooh, yes.
gives them a place of solace when times are tough. Gives them a place to enjoy hope, even for a short time. Music soothes the soul, just as magic can heal the body. And a soulless soldier is as good as dead.
A soulless soldier can still wield the sword.
But then what does he fight for?
Tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a really good answer. Oh, shit!
Yes, take that with your pipe and smoke it.
That was
At which
perfect.
point, two almost fawn-like creatures, bipedal.
If you make one of them, Pam, I swear to God.
Fawn.
Fawn-like.
Do you mean the Faun spelling, Perry, or the satyr?
Satyr spelling.
I swear to fucking God.
No, he's still a statue somewhere.
He's still in a lemma. He's still in a lemma in our keep.
Now, even better, Eliath's courtyard.
I mean, could
You don't know.
happen.
You don't know. You know, that DM thing of like, damn, they've come up with something better. Well, it is now. Yeah, two fawn-like creatures come over. Both human-ish faces, but with kind of like a deer nose, kind of a little bit more pushed in. One has blonde, long hair, kind of tied up in a messy bun. The other one has brown, long hair, right down, falls almost down to her lower back. They both kind of bound over and sort of, not rudely, but they do quite energetically muscle their way into your conversation. The first one, the blonde one, speaks. She's like, "Oh, we have new people. Oh, this seems. Oh, okay. We've walked into something a little bit. Things seem a bit tense here. I don't like this. Okay, sister, would you mind? Oh, he's asleep. Oh, bless him. Look, he looks so cute. Look. He's smoking. Vile habit. Vile habit." And she comes over and she just takes a cigarette out your mouth and just crushes it.
I would. Oh,
Love that.
She would not be able to pull it. My
Oh.
lips were tense at the feeling.
It's a cigarette and somebody pulling it out your mouth.
Let me have a strength check. Go
Yeah,
on.
roll a strength. Yeah.
I'd
Contested
I'd
strength.
take a fucking strength check, man. Fuck, that's a good first roll of the night.
Is it a nat 20?
It's fucking nat 20.
What a waste.
No, it's not a waste. That's a perfect fucking roll. That is perfect for that roll.
She goes to take it out your mouth. She doesn't get the whole thing, but it does snap it. So you're left with the butt and about that much cigarette.
Lights the rest of it. Take it again, and I'll bite your fucking finger off with it.
Okay, never mind. Each to their own. In the gardens of Corellon, it's not a problem. You can. You all look so serious. Why are we so serious? This shouldn't be serious, sister. We've got to stop them from being so serious. The other one's like, yes, I think we do. Let's. You have a musical instrument, right? You come with me. The brown-haired one just grabs you by the arm and starts walking you into the temple. Blonde-haired one stays with you guys. And she's like, right, so, activities that we can do while we're here. You, lion man, you are beautiful.
Hey.
Perry,
That's beside the point.
once I said that, I then swallowed a butt and I light up another one.
She doesn't even pay attention. She's too engrossed in Zadar.
I don't believe in littering.
Yeah, that's very good. In a temple, that's very respectful behavior. She's like, my goodness. Oh, sorry, I got it. Did I say that in my head or out loud? Who cares?
out
Doesn't
loud.
matter. No, perfect. It's fine. Even better. No secrets. We don't hide anything. We're just all free and happy to do what we need to. So, activities. You, lion man, I'll come back to you. Hold on. You look like you want to paint. Yes, painting. That's going to be good for you. I'm
He wants
sensing
to paint
reds.
that tree.
The tree? There's no reds in that. But you could do it abstract. You could do it however you wanted. Look, come. I'll take you. I'll be back for you in a minute. She goes,
A minor illusion, a red tree.
my goodness. That is beautiful. Now paint it. Keep it in your mind's eye. She
Oh.
grabs you and just kind of
Oh,
pulls you
oh
over.
no! The lion needs to paint it. Sure.
She's like, no, you've got it. And she just grabs your arm, and then before you know it, you're like fucking over by. You're in amongst a bunch of other people that are already painting, and they're just. She
Chaos.
kind of like she hands you hands you the like very stereotypical thing that you hold with your thumb. It's got paints on it, and she's like, right, reds, a different red, black, white. There, these are your colors. Create a masterpiece. I will be back. Before you can say anything, she's gone.
Yuki, I'm scared.
Is this?
Okay.
Not my problem, fella. I'm relaxing.
She comes back to
Yuki's
Zadar.
face
She's
is
like,
this.
you're going to take some convincing. Whatever I say, you're probably going to say no. However, I have a proposition. Just, you're here. You're clearly on. On something is the wrong word. I can't imagine you do drugs. You don't look like the kind of person. But you would want to.
Link
don't
it
like
to
the arts.
dragons. Link it to dragons somehow. He'll say yes.
Ooh,
That
thank you.
isn't my personality. That was an honor.
No, your personality doesn't fit for around here. You are. You don't like arts. You don't like magic. This is not the place for you. You probably shouldn't be here. But while you are here, we're going to make it worth your while. So, you believe in power. Power, magic. Magic is power. But then also martial arts are power. How about a duel?
I like look over and go, that was an option.
Not for you, paint! Paint your glorious heart out! Duel?
You have
I
a
just-
way with words.
This whole
I
section is
open
amazing.
one eye.
She kind of looks down at you. She's like, you sleep. Shh.
Can't sleep. 9th level, just sleep.
Fucking man. You're a fucking god.
No, not at all. But, so, yes, you feel like you still have something to prove, mate. No, not that far. You are looking, you've done a lot in your life. You've had a lot go on, and she kind of looks you over.
I just want to put a finger up to her. Growth.
She looks down. I'm assuming not that kind. The,
One hand, just slowly.
Oh, I love it.
No, not
I
here.
actually love this.
personal growth or prowess growth?
In my case, both tend to be linked.
Okay, that's good. And are you? I'm judging by the look of you, and I'm merely going off of first impressions. So forgive me if I'm wrong. You fight a lot, or you have fought a lot, or you're going to fight a lot. All of the above.
A book does have a cover to be judged.
Very true, but answer the question.
I just-
Okay, so have you fought many magic users?
too many.
Okay, so would you consider yourself good at fighting magic users?
There's always more that I've never seen before.
Excellent. And you see like a smile appear across her face. We do have many excellent magic users. While you are here, if you would like to, I'm not going to force you into this. He needed to paint, so that's why I made him do it. It just had to be done. With you, if you wanted to attest or experience something different, we do have a dueling arena over there.
Walks to it.
If you're to take part, don't worry, you won't actually be hurt.
He stops.
You
Why?
will get hurt, but you'll be fine afterwards. The pain is very real. Don't get me wrong. It will hurt, like a bitch.
Carries on
But
walking.
okay, enjoy. Don't die.
Wait, you said it's not.
Just experience it. You'll be fine. Just see how it goes. She looks at Yuki sat on the bench.
I can feel you looking at me. What do you want?
Nothing.
Okay.
And she kind
Bye.
of moves. She sits down next to you.
Oh, you didn't go.
I have one.
And you feel her kind of relax. She's sort of like she's not as far away from you as you'd probably want her to be. She does kind of like just brush against you ever so slightly, but she just kind of relaxes into the chair. And then after about 15, 20 seconds,
I'd offer her a cigarette.
you just hear her
Dude,
snoring.
I just hold put my cart and back away. Oh, I respect it. Just lying over my eyes closed. Well, not lying there, sitting there with my eyes closed.
She just sits there next to you and she's asleep.
Just hear a boo boo boo. I heard lion.
Meanwhile, Josh,
Oh, fuck, here we go.
you didn't see any of this. You've just been carted away.
I've had an idea of what was going to happen though.
She's like, so, and she's got you by the arm. She's like, well, my sister's going to deal with your friends, so I'm going to deal with you. Not in that way. Don't get any ideas. This is not that kind of temple.
No, I would never. I know what the temples of Corellon are like, and it's the gardens that are the fun bits, not the temple.
No, the temple's perfectly fun. Look, we've got people doing it. Oh, goodness. And as you look, you see someone cast Fireball by accident, and it just detonates in a small corner, and you just see everybody kind of stood there. They're all covered in, like, black soot. One of them's hair's just singed ever so slightly and is still smoking. And then they all just go...
I mean, yeah, fair point. I'd forgotten how wild they can get inside.
They're on something.
So, you are probably here for a reason. Now, my sister's the one that tends to divine things. She's quite good with things like that. But you, you're lost.
You could say that.
Both in here and in here.
Again, you could say and here, and I just gestured to my whole body.
Yes, but that's for another day. We don't discuss that tonight. That's a small part of why you're here. I'm assuming you're coming here because you want to commune.
I would like to speak with him if possible.
He doesn't speak to many people very much
I know.
anymore, given the situation. We don't know what's happened to him. He won't tell us what's happened to him. He's very secretive when it comes to things like this. Don't think he likes the fact that Anobas kicked their asses, to be perfectly honest. But that's why we're here. We're here to give him power. And, I mean, that's not really what this does, but we're just here to have a good time, really. The temple is always a good place to be. So, yeah, right. And she just grabs you and she kind of pushes you in a bit more. She's like, right, down the hallway, first door on the right-hand side, you will find a little room in which you can commune / paint, perform, however you see fit. It will work in whatever ways you wish. There are many ways in which to commune with Corellon. Don't get hung up on the fact that he doesn't respond. He probably listens. We'd say he probably listens to like 95% of people. But I need to go check on my sister. She looks back. No, she's fine. She's asleep with one of your friends. So that will. What? Okay. Yes. Right. Anyway, bye. She leaves.
Oh, I've not missed that side of it. Right. I look around. First door on the right, was it? Okay. Head down to said door.
So as you walk, you're walking through, and there's still people in there that are doing stuff. It's a little bit quieter in here, other than the fucking fireball explosion that's just gone off. They're all sort of cleaning things up a little bit. You walk down the hallway a little bit, and there's a door on your right-hand side. It's not really marked. It looks just like a regular room. Wooden door, brass handle, knob.
I mean, it's a
Don't
bar.
laugh at the word knob.
I wasn't going to, but then you said it. I would turn said handle, open door, go into room, close it, and then lock it behind me if I could.
So as you walk in, the room is dark. You walk in, no light comes on, so you kind of gingerly close the door, and as soon as you close the door, it illuminates, kind of gradually, but does illuminate to a normal kind of light. And you hear without you turning anything.
I've not missed that side of it either. Oh, God, how do we do this again? It's been a while, hasn't it? Kind of roll my neck, roll my shoulders. Oh, never liked talking to gods, or trying to at least. Ignorant bastards never talk back, except for that one time that yeah, anyway. And I'd get my lyre around, and would there be kind of like the tools needed to maintain instruments in this room, Perry?
Yes, so as you look around, there are multiple tables. Each table has different sets of things for different art styles. So there's a table with pristine brushes, paints. There's another table with all manner of tuning instruments, new strings, things like that. There's another table that has what essentially equates to a fancy dress spread laid across with masks, capes, toy swords, that sort of stuff. And they're all sort of laid out on different tables around the side of the room. There's no chairs. There's no windows either.
I would take my lyre off, and I would go over to the table with the tuning and like the paint and stuff like that. And I wouldn't paint it, but I'd start cleaning it. I get a cloth, cleaning stuff. I start cleaning some of the kind of accumulated dirt and grime off it first and foremost. Kind of buffing it a little bit, making it look a lot more presentable and a lot less shit.
Okay.
And it would start to look a lot more bright. With light reflecting off it more. Wouldn't polish it too much, because don't want to draw too much attention to it. But I would clean it so it was more presentable. Look less like a traveller's loot and more like a performer's loot.
Yeah.
As such. So, better condition. I then take the time to tune it properly with the correct tools rather than by ear and my own travelling stuff. Make sure it was perfectly in tune. How long do you think that would take?
How long do you want to spend on it?
I'd probably spend about a good 20 minutes, half hour cleaning it. Tuning, because I generally keep it well tuned, isn't too bad. 5-10 minutes. Because I keep it well tuned because it's used. But
yeah,
proper tuning. So I go through that and then kind of make sure it's good. String it back over, hold it, and kind of just look at it and go, well, suppose I'm going to have to do this one day. And then I'd start playing. And it wouldn't be a song anyone has heard. Probably anyone on this plane's heard either. It wouldn't be a song I really play, or even when I was idly playing, it wouldn't be something there. It would be a song from my childhood. Something that my mother used to play for me. Just something sweet, something slow, but that has meaning to me rather than this grand story. It wouldn't be a particularly difficult song, but it would rise, it would fall, and if you were to hear it, it would make you feel emotions. You'd feel elated at parts. You'd feel heartbroken. You would feel that you've encountered true love and then lost it. You'd feel like you could reach the sky only to have it snatched from your grasp. It would fill you with so many different emotions, but sadness would be the main one. But that would be down to how it was played. I'd probably play like that, and then I kind of finish it. Kind of stand there for a minute or two and just go, I didn't think you'd answer, but it was worth a shot. Oh. Refresh it.
That timing, though.
That was perfectly timed! I love it said that. Stream.
Everybody dies, the world explodes.
GG. Alright, who wants to go back to an lemma?
And if you could see Jack, you'd see a very, very bittersweet look on his face. His eyes would be damp. He wouldn't be crying, but you could tell that he would be feeling a lot of emotions. And it would be very much not be the Jack you're used to. It would be a very almost broken child there.
So at this point, you let those emotions sink in. As you look around a room, you notice in one of the corners there is a cloth draped over what looks like a floor standing, you can just make out the bottom of it, a floor standing mirror with a cloth draped over it.
I would guess I'd see that, and
You don't understand how you didn't notice it when you came in.
I'd go over and I'd kind of grab the cloth and almost hesitantly take it off.
Kind of reach out, pull the cloth off, straight onto a table to the side. You see yourself reflected in it. It's a mirror. You kind of stand there for a minute, just looking at yourself, still feeling all those emotions. And the tune kind of pops into your head again. Your fingers almost start playing it themselves. And you consciously catch yourself about to play it. Do you continue? Or do you resist the urge to play again?
I would hesitate because Jack's a coward and he does not want to face those emotions more than once. But then he'd kind of think of what's happened the past few years in his life. The travelling through Faerun, the different cities, trying to claw his way up the social ladder by any means necessary, be it backstabbing, be it lying, be it cheating, be it pretending to be someone he's not. The kidnapping, him being brought to Teraann, the way that when he first arrived he was almost idolised by the humans. They'd heard his tales across even different realms, and that made him realise that there was power there in those stories, but also there was danger. And then when they realised what he was actually like, how much of a wreck he was, how much of an alcoholic, how much he was a washed out waster, how quickly they changed and how quickly he became prisoner, and how quickly they beat him, tortured him, things like that. Then his arrival with Zidar's men, his capture there, and then meeting the party. And how even though he is human, and even though the people of the Silver Star should hate him, they haven't. Even though him and the party have had moments of tension, they've actually always been there for him, if he's honest. When he got injured in battle, Zidar was there to try and stop the blow. And without even thinking in battle, he'd aided his companions with nary a thought for himself. And he realised that even Sarkhan, as distant as he could be, he'd actually started to like and kind of get a fondness for. And the party as a whole, he realised that, unfortunately, he's starting to take after them. And with the kind of those thoughts, mostly of the party, at the forefront of his mind, begins to play. And this time, it wouldn't be playing with sadness.
You start to play again. looking down at your strings as you play. Song builds, dips, builds. The emotions are all there again. They feel slightly different. Song comes to an end. And there's a brief moment of silence. You kind of let out a breath. You don't feel sad like you did the first time. And then
The clap's not coming through, but I can see it.
Yeah. you can hear a clap. You sort of look around. There's no one in the room with you. Door's still closed. There's no windows. There's no what looks like air vents. As you look back, you catch your reflection in the mirror. And your reflection is the one clapping. It takes you by surprise. Keeps clapping. The clapping gets faster and then turns into basically a round of applause. And then your form in the mirror just kind of ripples like water. A starscape appears, basically a night sky. That song was beautiful. I've never heard anything like that before.
It is the song of my life.
I like being able to learn things from people. You've taught me something today. So thank you.
I guess my gut feeling would be telling me exactly who this is. I would go, well, fuck, how would Jack reply? He'd kind of chuckle. It would only be right to return the kindness that you and your people have always shown me.
To be honest, that's not what they were made for. I do unfortunately share some of their traits. They're incredibly arrogant, unwilling to learn from our mistakes and from anybody else. They're a flawed species.
What species isn't?
Exactly. But we made them for a reason. But Jack, you're not here to talk about that. In fact, I don't even think you're here to talk about anything. To be perfectly honest, I don't even think you know why you're here.
And if I'm perfectly honest, I would have to agree with you. I am adrift in a sea, battered by waves of which the likes I've never seen or felt. And I am lost, in a realm that is not my own, in a lie that is my own. I do not know how I can get through this.
You say a realm that's not your own. Granted, you're not from here. And as it stands in the moment, there's no way back. But you, above all people, should know that home isn't where you were born. Hell, I'm in this plane. I'm on multiple planes. So are all the gods. We very rarely visit our mortal counterparts, but when we do, pop down and give them a little hello every now and then.
He would get a chuckle at that.
I'm well aware somebody's in close vicinity at the moment.
He definitely is.
We've sensed his presence, don't worry. He's there for a purpose. He's causing some trouble and stirring up some people. That's Bahamut. That's what he does.
He helps where he can, though. Credit where credit's due.
You, however. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background. Riley. I got you.
I'm just imagining the god saying that.
God
love it.
damn it, boy.
Sorry,
seconds.
Cerberus is kicking up again. Cerby, down! Jack, you got a path to follow. You can't see it yet. You probably won't for a while. I've seen the... Don't growl while you're drinking, you'll choke.
Sorry, Dad.
Wallow.
Your path won't be laid out before you. It won't be as easy as telling you, yeah, you're on the right path. Hell, the people that you travel with, that is a mishmash group of people if I've ever seen one.
You're telling me. And I've travelled with some weird people.
They're right for you. You have, between all of you, abilities that this world is gonna feel the wrath of. I know what you hunt. It's not gonna be easy. I hope you know that. There are multiple instances where this goes wrong, and you don't come back. None of you.
If I'm honest, I never expected to make it this far.
But you have. The gods need champions. If we're to make any form of difference on this world again, we need help. And as many of them would not want to admit it, unfortunately that help's going to have to come from mortals. Don't get me wrong, this is not a proposal right now. It's not what's happening here. Don't get your hopes up.
I would not even dream of it. I know I'm not worthy.
There's more to you than you know. But you'll discover it. One way or another. Either Zadar will beat it into you. Yuki will sass it into you. Or Sakin will drip feed it out of you.
Wow.
One way or another. You're all going to know exactly what you can do.
Fucking die.
So I offer you this. What can I do to help? And the mirror kind of shimmers back, and it's you, but the face is elven.
I didn't know
He
I
is
was still
now
wearing the makeup.
practically staring at you through this mirror.
Guide my friends. Even if I fall, guide them. Help them if you can. I can't make much of a difference in a fight. I know that. I know where my talents lie. I am not even half the warrior Zadar is. I don't even know what Yuki's capable of. And Sarkand, he is an enigma that no one can count on. And that no one can count into any calculations. He's a wild card. I know I'm not made for combat. I know I drag them down during that. But help them. Not me. I'm not worth it. I'm a liar. I'm a cheat. I'm a charlatan. I have these stories, and who am I kidding when I tell them they get out of hand? I made them get out of hand. I lied. I took these fantastical tales that I'd heard other people had done and made them my own. And people believed them. And I revelled in it. I'm not worth any kind of divine favour. I'm not worth any kind of favour at all. But those guys... Yeah, you're not wrong. They're a weird bunch. They're a rough bunch. But they're doing what's right. Help them.
As you finish, his facial expression turns into a smile. Jack, you're a patron of the arts. You know that stories told from one person's perspective aren't necessarily a lie. Everything gets taken, rewritten, performed, repurposed. It's the point of the arts. It's the point of magic. It's why we write it down, why we create spells. How we can use the Arcanum to benefit and hurt. All these different purposes. Whether you think you're worthy or not, at some point, you gotta let go of that self-doubt. It won't come instantly. I can tell you that. It's gonna take a while. Eventually you'll learn. Eventually they will. I will do what I can for your friends. And for you. In the meantime, I'll leave you with this. The light in the room turns to black. Immediately comes back on again. The mirror is now dark. It's not casting any reflection whatsoever. And you look around, look down. Your boots have changed. You don't know how, but your boots are now a black leather knee-high boot.
Ooh, the nice type of knee-high leather.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah. He knows my style too well.
You can feel magic radiating from it. You don't know what. And then you hear it's the door behind you unlocks. Go. Make me proud. But more importantly, make yourself proud. And the door opens. There's no one there. Just door opens.
I'll go to walk out, and just as I'm about to cross this threshold, I'll just kind of turn back and go, I can't promise I will make you proud or be proud of myself. But I can promise I will try. And then I'd kind of turn and walk.
As you leave, you turn to your left to go leave, and immediately, Fawn in the face. Hi. So, I'm assuming that went well. You looked at... Ooh, fancy new boots. You didn't steal them from anywhere, did you? Nah, of course you didn't. There's nothing in there to steal it from. It's just clothes and crappy little costumes. Never mind. Come on, your friends are waiting. Zadar nearly died. It's hilarious.
I mean...
Come. And she grabs your arm again and just...
knowing Zadar, he probably still won.
James.
Yes, I was actually looking for my black boots to just go, haha. My knee-high ones.
Roll me a d20.
Star.
Roll me another d20.
I
Roll me a different d20.
I did. They're all different T20s. First one was the blue, the second one was the dragon. So third.
So you do another 20 or a 1.
No, can it? It's 18. I literally rolled a 20, 19, 18.
Okay, roll me another one.
Good
Go
use
back
of.
to the blue.
Please be 17.
It's 17, isn't it?
It's 17.
He's making these up. He's like,
James, oh my god.
roll me d8.
Ah, I'll just see if I can roll a 16.
Please be 6.
It's 6, isn't it?
Right, so hands, pinching the dice, 6.
Another d8.
5, 5, 5, 5.
Or 7.
No, 7. It went up.
Last D8,
So-
roll an 8.
You went over to Jewel. You basically walked into an arena, and there was a bunch of kind of almost hippie dressed motherfuckers.
Fucking hippie mages.
And they're all like giving it the bravado and stuff. You kind of just walk in and they're all like, oh shit, oh okay. So they lay out the rules for you. It's just basically to see how long you can last. It's kind of like a gladiatorial arena type thing. You go through all the rounds. You basically win every single one. And they're like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. Ah. And then they kind of just celebrate you a little bit. And
He's
you
got
end
a
up
fan club.
walking out of there with 200 gold.
Nice. You know, as I beat a bunch of mages, can I get the, the main slayer for you?
No, you cannot.
If I survive to level 8, that's what I'm taking for fluff.
Sarkin, while you are painting, you have some lovely conversations with some people that are around you. Roll me a d20 and add your performance modifier.
Guidance.
I can just imagine while he's painting. Guidance. Guidance. Every 6 seconds.
Da, 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 da. 14.
For your first, how many times have you painted before?
Never.
Never. Okay, so for your first ever painting, it looks like a tree.
I imagine I'm going to be like secretly kind of proud, and then when I show it to everyone else, it looks like a 3-year-old's painted this tree.
No, it's not that bad. It's like a GCSE
16-year-old.
art student final project.
Okay, take that.
So it's fairly decent. Some of the other ones that you're looking at are like fucking phenomenal. They almost look like photographs, if you knew what a photograph was. And even with your one, they are very, very like openly like, oh my goodness, like this is, I love the brush strokes here and the color in this bit. You've painted basically a red tree, and they're kind of all over it, giving you praise. And it makes you feel really, really good for the first time that you've done it. Yuki, you nap.
You nap, that's it. GG.
Short rest.
So in the time it's taken Josh and stuff to do all that, and Zadar to have his jewels, it's probably taken about an hour. So yeah, Yuki, you can have a short rest if you need it.
You know what? Cool. I'll do an arcane recovery in that time and recover my 2 spell slots that I spent.
Cool.
Actually, useful.
So the fawn drags Jack over, and she's like, right, so you kind of all regroup and regather. She's like, so you've had some stuff, and the blonde one comes back over, and she sounds like unnervingly close to Zadar. She's just like, so that all went very, very well, if I do say so myself. I think you all had a really good time. You've had a wonderful nap. You painted a beautiful tree. You kicked some ass, and it was
Just away.
Just what?
Takes a step away.
It's
Which one's
Steps closer
speaking?
again.
The one that sat on the bench with me, or the one that picked Jack up?
the one that was sat on the bench with you. She's now not. She stood up. She's
So-
like, so
I'd look at her and went, "Yeah, we slept together."
we did. You were a bit shit. Not gonna lie.
Wow. You could at least just have worded it as "I snore."
No, I snore.
Yeah, I know.
It's endearing, isn't it?
We both snore.
Do we? I don't know. I was
Yeah.
asleep. I don't know if you snored.
Come to our ship tonight. You can find out.
And don't tempt me. So, yes, we've got, yeah, you have all done some stuff and you've had your individual experiences. On the way out, you can leave a review on your experience here at the Temple of Corellon today. They will go towards increasing the tithe amount and boosting the renown of the temple. If you would like to leave one, you are more than welcome to. If not, don't worry about it. We get by perfectly fine. Other than that, you are more than welcome to come back at any point you want. We are happy to take anyone here that would like to. Other than that, if you have nothing else to do today, you are more than welcome to hang around, take part in all of our activities. If not, and you have places to be, then by all means, go do those things. But we'll leave you to it. You have fun, and you, she looks at Zadar, come back sometime. Bye. And they both leave.
Disbelief on his face.
Who knew Zadar was so good with the ladies?
Hmm.
It's
Lion
that
goes rawr.
strong silent type. They just love him.
4 of you are now just stood in the grounds of the temple.
Well, shall we head back to our accommodation for the day then?
Yes, we need to spend at least one more night to pick up the supplies from Bahamut.
Indeed. First thing in the morning we head there, and then shall we make tracks from there, as they say?
Yes.
I just woke up for a nap, but I could do with an extra sleep.
I mean, we can go back, get some food, and then we can rest and all that. I don't know about you guys,
Food,
but I'm a little bit hungry.
food, booze, and sleep sounds like an idea.
I mean, you sound like you've got a date later, Yuki, anyway, so...
Nah, she never said she'd come by the ship.
Well, she said, don't tempt me. Then again, what would Zathara think?
I mean, hey, I've got an inkling as far as into women, so.
I was thinking more about us inviting random people onto the ship. But...
Oh, I don't care about that. I pay my rent.
Do
You
you?
pay rent?
You have to pay... I was going to say, you have to pay rent? Wow.
Yeah, my presence is rent.
Oh, good
my
lord.
labour.
Ah, of course.
I love that all three of us collectively just go, oh.
I think you need to pay her more.
To the inn then?
To the inn, I would agree.
So you make your way back, and you head to the inn. The little elderly gnome lady is on the front desk again. She's like, oh, dears, you've come back. Okay, not a problem. Are we after the same rooms again for this evening? Would you like to share one this time, or would you all like separate rooms this time? I just still have the big suite available for you two. If you, she kind of gives you like a, if you want to share again, you're more than welcome to.
I
We don't
mean,
judge here.
I'm down to share, but I'd share with anyone, so it's you know.
Your personal business is yours, darling. I don't need to know everything.
I just lean over to her and say, swingers.
She's, ah,
A little eyebrow. Ah.
I'll take one with a bigger bet this time, and I slide over some money.
very well. Room 13, that one there. She hands you the key. You lose 15 silver for that one.
Trying to have 15 silver, that's why it's not working. No, I'm trying to take away, which you can't do. There we go.
The rest of you?
Same room will do for me.
10 silver, please.
And same again for myself. So I can. You happy with that?
Of course.
Just 1 gold piece. Whoever wants to pay it, lose the gold.
Hand it over again.
Perfect. So you all get the keys to your rooms. She's like, dinner will be served in about an hour's time. So if you want to come down for that, that is also included in your room price. So by all means, pop down. Anything you'd like to do for the rest of the evening?
Nope. Oh, in the room would be like, got some new attire in your trip to the temple?
You could say that.
Was it a fruitful experience?
It was definitely an experience. Let's just say I'm now certain that the gods are absolutely on this plane. Still.
Well, I mean, we met one, so...
Let me rephrase. I'm now certain all of the gods are still on this plane somewhere.
Ah, so you had another encounter?
I spoke to the Lord of Music himself, Coralon.
Yet you still say you're not worthy. You've been spoke to by 2 gods, which millions of people never are heard from.
It's more of a situational thing. I don't think they would if the realm and the gods' plight weren't so dire.
I don't believe that.
But we shall see. There was something he said that does bear thinking about. I guess tomorrow will be the tell at the Temple of Bahamut.
Did he give his permission for you to wear a cloak?
I didn't dare ask. I mean, I've got these, haven't I? And I kind of just click my heels together.
And what did they do?
You don't know.
I don't know just yet, but they feel magical, and let's be honest, anything a god gives is going to be better than just some good old travelling boots. And I mean, let's be honest, they're nice quality leather.
They do look rather impressive.
They feel very soft and comfortable. I feel like I could walk all day and not get blisters.
Oh, just imagine how you'd look with a majestic white cloak as well.
Very monochrome. We shall see.
Everybody in the chat, James is sending over old GCSE actual artwork, and it is very good.
James is a very talented artist.
I'm so fucking rusty now. I tried drawing when I was dating.
Yes.
I recognise Alucard there. Is that Skullduggery Pleasant?
Yeah.
Oh man, those books were so good. Also, it kind of tracks that you were a GCSE art student.
And
So was I.
I wish I'd done GCSE art instead of design tech.
Oh yeah, design tech was fucking awful. Hated it.
I could
It was
not
shit.
do art if it saved. If I had to save my life.
I'm with you on that
It
one, Jack.
looks like a 3-year-old.
I can't even draw a stick man. Music, ace that. Art,
Nope. Maths was my thing.
Ugh.
See, I took double English, double maths, triple science, and music. I was a weird child, okay?
Was?
art,
I
drama, PE.
knew that was coming. My school didn't offer drama, otherwise I would have taken that.
Yeah, I did art. So GCSE's art, drama, history.
I took PE as well.
I dropped a foreign language. What did I pick up instead?
I did science, computer
Kept a
science,
foreign language.
ET, but I wish I'd done science, computer science, and art instead.
In Broadstone, I was.
Maths, further
Foreign
maths,
stuff.
physics, chemistry.
Yeah, I was terrible at the biology, but physics and chemistry were my shit.
Biology was my weak one as well.
I thought biology was my weak one, but I
Chemistry
scored
was my
highest in
weak
that.
one.
Oh, I love chemistry. Chemistry is so fun.
I got to.
I
both.
liked it. It was just my weakest one.
But do you know what's better than
Physics
all
was
of
my
that?
best, which was odd because I wasn't very good at maths.
Do you know what's a
I
better
excelled
science than
in
all of those put together?
Geology.
Geology, yes.
PE.
I did
Geology.
geology. PE is not a science.
The PE A level is fucking. You might as well be taking biology.
I mean,
when it
to
comes
be
to studying
fair,
what you need.
with geology,
Here we go.
geology rocks.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah.
Like, I
The
was
oldest
going
one.
to, and then I was like, there's no point. Everyone's
It-
thinking it.
The fruit was so low hanging, I just snatched it from waist height. I was like, go on then.
Speaking of fruit at waist height, Zidar's going to sneak off to try and find that fawn.
Yeah, he is.
Is he actually?
Not for the reasons you think.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so do you wait till a little bit later, or do you kind of, when everybody goes up to their room, do you, instead of going up to your room, do you go back?
Yes.
Which one? I said two things.
When someone says yes, it's usually the last one. I just do it to infuriate people because it also infuriates me.
Yes.
Yeah, he'd sneak off once every. He just waits for everyone to walk off and go. Right.
Okay, so you go back to the Temple of Corellon. You walk back in, and doesn't take long. The two sisters do approach. Oh, okay. So you've come back very, very quickly. This is interesting. Why are you back so soon? What's happened? Who's died? Somebody died? Nobody died. What's happened?
I don't really understand. What's the words? Social cues. Well, when one's existence is born for war, you tend to lack the social skills. I had no idea what you were trying to say earlier, and I was just curious.
In the blonde one kind of lets you. In what respect?
Usually, when one says to come back, it's to come back.
She kind of looks, and a almost like embarrassed kind of coy smile appears on her face. And her sister just kind of looks at her with the same sort of smile and just gives her a little nudge. And she's like, well, I sensed. She pauses, trying to figure out the best way to say it. I sensed a loneliness in you. Something that has rooted itself deep inside. Almost a non-willingness to connect with people. And it kind of broke my heart a little bit. And I just didn't want you to think that there wasn't anybody in a world where, unfortunately, you clearly don't belong.
Ouch.
That isn't going to care for you.
I feel like I belong in a world of war. Where a world is at war, I should say.
Yeah, don't get Blizzard on us.
But while you're here, she sort of gestures around. You're not. You are still in that world, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to take this literally. You are someone that is clearly bred for battle, has been in battle for what I can only imagine is your entire life. And for you, there is no off switch. You're always in it, always wanting it. Not necessarily wanting it, but almost feel the need for it.
Why'd I do that?
Because you're an idiot.
What did he do? I didn't see it.
Gagged himself.
Just stuck that in my
Deep
mouth.
Why did you? Hey, I recognise that.
It will become a sickness, and it will eat at you. You have friends, the people that you travel with. They might not be friends yet,
Notices the brow furrowing.
but one day they might be.
That's
You've just
all
got to be
okay.
open to it. You've fought alongside people. You've led people. That much is obvious. They could be looking for a leader. Might be what they need to galvanize them. To galvanize you all. The dark-haired one. If that were to be you, regardless of who you follow, in here and up there,
He literally looks up.
not literally in the sky, I meant gods. They have a sway on us, and they have a pull on our hearts. But like your companions, soon to be friends, you'll all find a way. I just didn't want you to think that you were going through something alone. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay, and that you were willing to give things a chance. You proved that by coming back.
Curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction brought her back.
I think you mean satisfaction.
By saying it in that voice.
It is hard in that voice, I will give you that. But thank you for returning. Is there something would you like to take on the arena again? Is that why you've come back? Would you like to try
Maybe.
some painting?
I'll keep my skills for war until war is over. Then I'll find myself rusty in a new skill.
That is a good way of looking at things. You are welcome back at any point. I hope you know that.
Cracks his neck. Oh, round two.
She smiles. Do you go to the...
Slightly bows his head and walks off.
She gives you a little, like, nod. The other sister does as well. And they both kind of just skip off back into the thing. Do you leave and go back to the inn?
No, I could fight, bitch.
Go to fight? Roll me 4 d20s.
I swear to God.
20, 20, 20, 20!
1, 2, 3,
Roll
4.
3 at once.
My baby don't mess around.
What the fucking odds?
Oh, fuck off.
3 17s.
Oh.
Out of 3.
You fight, you fight, you fight so well. Your last one, you make a slight mistake with your footing.
Fucking tired.
They take advantage of it. You are getting slightly sleepy. And unfortunately, they knock you on your ass. They congratulate you for your amazing prowess and fighting. The fact that you've come back again. They're asking you questions like, oh my goodness, how do you do it? This is amazing. You are like, you're like a god in the arena. We've never had anybody that's gone this long and lasted like 7 rounds against them all before. You've done so well. You only get a payout of 50 gold this time.
It wasn't for the gold.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
He's not gonna give it to you. You didn't earn it. He did
Did you
it.
go back to the inn?
Real. Yeah, of course he would answer very logically to all their questions.
Of course. So is there anything else you want to do for the evening, any of you?
I would like to almost, so with my sword in my room after we've had all like dinner and everything, I'd kind of meditate with it on my lap, so both hands on it, one at each end, kind of letting my magic flow through it, trying to like meditate and resonate myself with the blade. See if anything interesting happens.
It blows up and you die.
Yay! Exactly what I wanted.
As you do, trying to figure out a way to... Are you alone when you're doing this?
Yeah, I would be in my room on my own.
certain features start to become a bit more prominent without you realizing. I'm hoping you know what I mean by that. Good.
We don't. Can you tell us?
Nope.
Worth a shot. You don't know
I'm
unless
assuming
you don't ask.
magic weapon shit.
And you can feel the blade through both magic and touch. You focus on it for an unknowable amount of time. You've no idea if it's a couple of seconds, minutes, hours. Not a clue. The entire time that you're doing it, you're just feeding energy into it, and it's feeding energy back into you. Just as you come to the end of this and almost fall into a sleep doing it, as you start to drift off to sleep, just at the very end, before you fall into unconsciousness, you hear a female voice from the sword. Use it well. And you fall asleep.
I think I've fallen asleep before I'm able to communicate anything back.
Unfortunately, yeah. It's you know how you never know, like you can never pinpoint exactly when you fall asleep?
Yeah.
It's like right at that moment, just as you just conk out.
Awesome.
So, you can all take a long rest.
Woohoo! Spot Swap's
What's up?
back. Do we get a level up?
See, I was about to say it.
Fuck!
Does the dog
But
give
you
you
asked.
writing?
Then say it.
No.
Just say it.
Nope.
Forget Josh.
You
He's a
I
fucking
dick.
didn't say anything.
No, forget Josh. He's a dick.
You fucking asked.
So what you should do is you should level up the rest of us and take away a level from Jack.
Absolutely not.
No, I need
I
my
think
level 8.
it's
There's
good.
something. Oh, have you made it, Perry? By the way.
It is a feat.
Okay.
I have made it, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Can't remember what I called it, but it is there.
They're all in Koru, so it'll just be in homebrew.
So you all wake up, you all go down and enjoy a lovely breakfast that's prepared for you by the gnome lady. She does as one of the waiters, the same boy that you kind of scared the crap out of last time, comes over and he goes, the lady of the house has asked me to just remind you that any forms of violence in this establishment will be met with extreme prejudice from the guards. I just had to come over and let you know. We don't want another scene being caused, so if you could just not, that would be amazing. Thank you. And
Don't
he hands
worry.
out all your food.
I got it out of my system yesterday.
He goes, oh, good to know.
We're all friends now.
Excellent. And he kind of walks away.
The typical from your voice is always hilarious.
So you enjoy a hearty meal, and the day is yours.
We head to Temple of Bahamut, I imagine, first and foremost.
Before we go,
Ooh.
so who is actually having this cloak then?
Sarkin will not let this go.
Someone's
It's
got to
like a
wear
bone
it.
with a fucking bone.
Well, Sarkhan, me and you'll probably burn if you wear it, and it will probably burn if I wear it. Zadar worships a completely different god. So I think Jack's the only one left, if I'm honest. But that's for them two to argue.
Does he not also follow a completely different god?
Follow is a strong word. More take inspiration from.
He's a religious whore.
I guess
basically.
it's decided then.
Oh, fuck. I need to get a drink. Give me a second.
Oh dear.
You okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm
talking.
good. My back is just fucking killing me.
Age.
It is.
And poor posture.
Now I'm going with age.
My posture's fine. It's just this chair. It's got no back
Okay.
that I can like set up against.
I'm back.
If, Jack, you have that much doubt in yourself, I've risked my life for less.
I think we go to the temple and we see. You never know. I'd look at Sarkhan. We might have an old friend there willing to offer some sage advice.
I think he gave you that advice last time.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think of that.
Let's go.
God damn
If
it,
he
you
has
and
a
your
canary,
logic.
I'm going to lose it.
Okay. Everybody's frozen. Am I robotic?
No.
No.
Hey, you're fun.
Oh,
Okay.
sometimes Discord cameras will freeze. I get this a lot in the other chat. Just click off and click on a few times and we should all come back.
Also, we just hit 30 followers on Twitch. Nice.
Damn.
Whoa, how have we still only got me as a viewer?
Don't know. Try not to think
Refresh.
about it.
That number's probably not accurate.
No,
I
it
was gonna
is.
say, I'm watching.
It's weird. It is only viewing as one. Twitch views when they're low are really fucking inaccurate. Like low viewers.
Weird. So you all head towards the Temple of Bahamut. You all get to the grounds. For those of you that obviously haven't seen it, it's a wondrous sight.
Please see above description.
Yep, please see above description. And you all walk in, at which point you are met. Kind of the initial peon that saw you two kind of sees you, kind of gives you a little wave, and he goes over to the around the back of the statue, and he comes out with the Archarchon, and he kind of walks over. He's got a chest in his hands, and he places it on the base of the statue. He kind of gestures you all over.
Go over. I'd go. That is the leader of the church. That's the Archarchon.
The Archarchon. It's kind of redundant.
Call him the Archon. He doesn't mind. He's a nice guy. Very, very, very nice gentleman, actually. Very humble. Very human.
So you'll walk over. For those of you that obviously hadn't met him, you see a elderly human gentleman.
Oh, it shows 5 viewers now. What? When the fuck did that happen?
We just dropped down to 3.
Twitch.
Crazy eyebrows, beard, and he kind of he's like, "Oh, welcome back. I'm assuming these are the rest of your companions, yes?"
Indeed, these are. I'd introduce him. I go, myself, Sarkhan. This is Yuki, the gentleman who I said regarding Avernus. And this is Zadar, the one who I believe...
I would nod, but out of Avernus, I'd say, do you know nothing about me?
Not really, no. And this is Zadar, the
Good,
one,
keep it that way.
the one who I think should have the cape.
I point to the very scaled damage around my eye. I believe it's probably the reason.
Interesting. Okay, well, you've all assembled, which is as you said you would, so excellent. Here are the holy water vials, and he opens up a chest. Inside are 4 vials. They are kind of the typical sort of like potion bottles, and they are filled with a cork stopcap at the top of holy water. As if you take one out, the liquid is quite thick, but it is perfectly clear. And he kind of looks at Saki. He's like, "I recommend you don't get any of this on your skin.
Noted.
Probably wouldn't end well. Take these." He closes the lid, holds it out.
I step back.
I take it as no one else did.
Thank you.
You are the
And
strongest
now-
character.
I also glow radiantly anyway.
He kind of looks, gestures over. The attendee comes out with the cape. he takes it, and one of the dragon heads is kind of like leering around. It's kind of behind his head. He goes, yeah. Just drapes it over and hangs it. So this cape, obviously, as I said to these two yesterday, has to be adorned in the temple. I apologize yesterday if I led you into any misconceptions with regards to the characteristics / purpose of the person that will adorn the cape. It's probably best if I just explain for itself.
What?
And he takes
Jack would literally go, what?
the base is in front of you. You're all stood in front of it. There's like pews and stuff that lead out towards the door. Statue comes up there. As he says that, the entire room falls silent. He takes a few steps away, looks at the cape, stands up straight, looks at the rest of the attendants. All of them bow towards your position.
I definitely put my hand on where Swiftwing is.
Perception check from everyone, please.
Oh, you
Damn,
bastard.
is this sight?
What else would you want to use?
Well, it's more as you're telling us to roll a check. I'm like,
Ooh.
is it sight?
It would be, yeah.
Cool, disadvantage. I've only got one fucking eye.
10, Perry.
15.
6.
I mean, no, I'm not going to use those yet.
6 or 21. Disadvantage.
Anyone that rolled above a 12,
Oh, you bastard. I wish I'd used my
Yes.
bardic inspiration now.
you will kind of look around and you notice they're all in like a fairly low bow. And as you look around and towards the door, one of the doors is kind of coming closed. The other door is still quite open. But the door that's coming closed it's not closing. It's stopped. And as you look outside, you both notice that coming across the door, there is a person stopped in a walking motion.
Oh, shit. Have they time stopped us?
At which point, you all kind of look around.
Except I don't know that. Fuck.
And then you look up at the statue. On top of the statue is obviously the dragon rearing its head back. Look down to its left-hand side. Your guys is right as you're looking up at it. And this invisibility field just kind of fades back. And laid in amongst the dragons, now staring at you, is a silver dragon. Its head moves
Okay, that sounds like it has a dragon.
and looks down at you. Rears up, almost stretches. Its wings come out. And behind it. So, one of you will wear the cape.
Just point, Zadar. Instant, without just
Just a slow turn of the head in response.
starts to crawl down the statue.
As it
Only
gets
takes
closer,
a-
the other hand would just go
only
up.
takes a couple of steps holding onto other dragons' heads. It doesn't leave a mark as it moves down. Heavy-footed, but this fragile statue's not even damaged by it. It's just
Excuse me.
it now stands on the floor in front of you all. You all come up to maybe its knee in height.
Oh, wait.
Zadar comes up to its knee,
Oh, it's
him being the
big.
tallest.
Is that an ancient dragon then? That size.
Harry could have even made it a fucking great worm. He's got access to those.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
You are the ones seeking Goliath, correct?
Yes.
That'll be the one.
His head comes in. Interesting. Who will wear the cape?
Apparently, the one who keeps getting suggested is Injustice to Jack and then to himself.
So none of you are willing to take the mantle.
In honesty, Ancient One, I haven't even been told what it is.
The cape that stands before you is known by the mortals as the Glitter Mail Cape. It is an ancient artifact, gifted by our Lord Bahamut. This temple protects it. I protect it. You follow different gods. Or none at all. Looks directly at Sarkin.
I love Beam.
The mantle cares not for who you worship. Merely the strength of character. So I ask you, who will wear it?
Zadar, fucking Riley. Zadar takes 1 step forwards, puts a hand to his chest. I already carry one. Fuck! I thought of it so great, now it's lost my mind. I already carry one risk. I am willing to carry another for the dragons. I owe much.
Tilts his head. Kind of comes down to your level. And he's now staring you like he's at head level with you.
I imagine the eye is most of my body almost.
Fairly close to. It's probably like your top half at least.
Oh, it is a great worm, isn't it? Oh no.
Killing it, Josh, is fine.
What do you carry?
I turn sideways and let Swiftwing out into the most.
There's space. There is,
area.
yeah, there is.
Can you
There
imagine
is space for
Swiftwing coming
Swiftwing.
out and be like, "Hi, fuck."
Swiftwing pops out. James, this is down to you. How does Swiftwing react?
Dragneels are lesser dragons and are smart enough to respect, their more full-blooded kin.
Not suicidal.
Especially with the suggestion of get down. And would just lower itself on its body, head down.
Swiftwing kind of comes out, looks at you, notices the dragon, and kind of just sort of almost lays on his belly.
Just legs up as well, yeah.
More of a loaf.
Let's be honest.
No harm.
Dragons have the personality of cats.
That's why he's alive.
Interesting.
Oh no.
At his pause, Yuki would physically shove Jack forward.
Oh, you twat! I
Forcefully.
wouldn't be expecting it either, so I would go forward.
Yeah. His claw does come up to reach for the cape, and then Jack comes forward. Another.
Oh, I just go, Yuki. I fucking hate you for this.
At which point his head kind of almost snakes around Zadar.
Hi.
I was shoved.
Not voluntary. They think I should wear it.
He looks you up and down.
I don't think I should. I know, and I just kind of give Yuki. Are you behind me? I kind of look
I'd
over.
like to the back left of you.
I kind of look back and go, I know certain members of the party think I should, and even your forefather does. But I do not agree.
I would agree with you.
Sweet! And I take a step back.
You would not be allowed to take a step back. My hand would be out.
He's stronger than me significantly.
The claw comes up. It doesn't reach for the cape. Reaches for Jack.
I've got a brave face on,
Hitting yourself.
but I am terrified.
Claw
That
comes
is
towards
your-
you and almost like hooks under any like sash or thing that you have, and just
Oh, it would be the strap for my heart, for my lyre.
strap for the lyre.
Oh no!
Hooks under the strap for the lyre, and unperceivably gently brings you forward. This giant claw that's just like the tip that is just underneath. And it just pulls you forward slightly. I meant no disrespect.
None taken.
You are of stout heart, even if you don't see it yourself. But this mantle would be better suited for someone who would get more use out of it.
Oh, 100% agree. Your great dragonness. I couldn't argue with that.
He unpings his claw, taps it on your chest, and just pushes you back very gently.
Yep, I'm good. And I just go next to Yuki and just elbow. You bastard, don't fucking do that again.
The claw comes up, hooks the cape,
Has anyone got any clean underwear?
uses another claw to like separate it, and just drapes it over the shoulders of Zadar. It kind of falls onto your shoulders, and then like the actual cloak itself falls really slowly to then meet you at the back of your legs. It kind of falls at like the back of your knees. That's kind of how low it comes down. Cloak kind of sits on. He reaches behind your head with one of the claws, pulls the hood up. And it's your mane kind of goes with it, and it almost kind of like fluffs forward. And then the cloak just kind of around it, it just elongates, so then your mane kind of flops back into it. And the hood comes down over to your like brow. A fine fit. He looks at Swiftwing. Guard him well. That is your charge. Swiftwing just kind of gives a little nod.
You now have a Dragneel that will happily get down, Mr. President. You.
I'm very happy to get down with the president of the track.
Disintegration rate that level.
They're both. Get down!
They both miss and it hits Jack.
I mean, he'd never have any history of getting killed by rays of death or anything.
No. He kind of reaches back, falls back up onto basically his podium, lays down again. Return it when you are done, or I will find you.
I am no thief.
He lays his head down. He goes invisible. And everybody just kind of... You look and the people outside walk past. Everybody's kind of back to breathing again. The Archon kind of looks up. Good. I'm assuming it's been decided, then?
Still not explained, though.
He looks up at the statue. No, that's not his job to do. The cape in which you have now donned, it can't be taken off, so don't try, because it just won't happen. I apologize until your mission is done.
I take off my other cape underneath it.
Which comes off quite nicely. You basically have... It's really hard to describe this thing without saying the word flashbang. Because there are no flashbang grenades.
You've given him a flasher's cloak, then.
Blinding radiance.
With you, I'm not entirely sure how many uses you'll get out of it per day. FYI, James, for you, it's 4.
Nice.
Out of curiosity, how much would it have been for me?
For you, 1.
I made the right choice!
Oddly enough, for Sarkin, it would have also been 4.
Bum bum
Oh.
bum.
Yuki would have been 2.
What?
Bum bum. Poor Jack.
Jack is the only reason is because he doesn't believe in himself.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's a strength of character. It's nothing to do with the gods you worship. It's strength of character. And Jack has a little bit of learning to do, which he
Alright.
knows.
We'll see.
He will. He'll get
Dies
there.
next combat. Well, I learned something!
Well, there's no learning for me.
I should have dodged when I dipped. I should have dove when I dodged.
Yep.
On his deathbed. I'm bleeding out. Oh, I'm dead. Oh,
Dodge,
fucking
dodge,
should've
dip,
done
dive,
that
and
more.
fuck.
Should have dodged.
It basically creates a bright burst of magical light. I would recommend you tell your companions beforehand, because it will blind everybody in about 100-foot radius.
Pretty good.
You don't need to raise your hand if you have a question.
This is more as a James, not as a...
Oh, yes.
How's everyone interacting suddenly there being a little dragon in front of everyone?
Oh god, yeah! He hadn't thought
He
of that.
is... He's facing kind of away, so he hasn't really noticed. Everybody else is kind of just like sort of in shock or silence. Others are kind of like talking to each other. Swiftwing's just kind of there. Obviously, he knows that thing is still there.
He's got blind sight. He can see invisible things.
Yeah. So he's still very much behaving himself. He's not really moved.
Everyone else is praise Bahamut.
What colour was Swiftwing again?
He's radiant crystal.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh.
He's very shiny. And white.
I'm like, Mr.
Creamy.
Mr. Archon, man.
Just wait, I haven't finished explaining.
Okay.
If you use it, it will above table. It will count as a bonus action to use. It basically casts a blinding light that will blind anybody that is looking, either kind of directly at you or sort of like in your line of
Line
sight.
of sight. For all
Line of sight, basically. It is a. If they're looking, it's a DC 20 save.
Look at me! What?
I didn't mean it. I'm blind. They can roll to save at the beginning of their turn, every turn. But yeah, they are basically blinded.
I'll make that item for you later.
Perfect. And give it 4 charges because that's how many you'll have. It'll reset roughly. Oh shit! It'll reset roughly sort of every dawn-ish. Usually, that's kind of how it goes.
When the sun rises and hits the coop.
Pretty much, yes. It's an ancient artifact. We've not really we've done some work into it and a little bit of testing, but you know, one whilst being at a temple doesn't really have a lot of use of blinding people. So mainly going off of old scriptures. I'm assuming you'll probably get some good use out of it if you were the one that's chosen and he agreed. So, I mean, I suppose. Oh! And he looks.
Yeah, we were trying to tell you about that. You know my friend that I said was a dragon rider? Hi, this is my friend that's a dragon rider.
Little wave.
My apologies. I did not know. Oh my. That is a radiant crystal. They have not been seen in these parts for many, many years.
He was a gift from Sarador. Sardior? Sardo.
A friend of yours, I'm assuming?
I kind of just stared at him blankly. Blink. The ruby dragon god. The equivalent of Valma to the gem dragons.
Yes.
That's a DM thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
So-
did you pronounce that?
It's spelled
Arador?
Sardor.
Sardior.
Sardior, yeah.
Sardior. Sardior.
Why can I spell like made up words but not real words?
Oh, yes, Sardior. Well, I mean, if you've got a gift from him, then you must have been well liked where you're from. So interesting, so elegant, so majestic. Look after him. He will see you well. I'm assuming he has already.
Very much so.
Then you make a fine pair. And now you have a cape.
I already had one.
You have a better cape. Either way, you have your holy water. You have this. I'm afraid there's not much more you can do in preparation.
How long does the holy water last upon the weapons? Single strike?
If put upon the weapon, it will... each vial will have enough, depending on how sparingly you use it, for about 3 applications.
Ah,
Each time will
Okay.
last for about 2 strikes, depending on how deeply you wound the creatures.
If only gunfire was still a thing.
Between you, there's 12, basically.
what if I was to also play radiant damage through it?
Well, that's an unknown.
Holy bomb! Boom!
By all means, try it and report back with the information should you survive. It would be good to know.
I hope I survive, or you'll be down a cope.
I have a question.
Yes, small horned man.
I'm not small. I'm like 6'4".
Height Ryan
Just
will
small
never
next to
reach.
the door.
Small to him.
How would your holy water react to a demonic weapon? Demonically charged as well, should I say?
He kind of looks you up and down.
Hell, friend.
I'm not entirely sure. You are more than welcome to try. You could have phenomenal effects. Or it could have disastrous effects.
I take the sword off my back. Hey, you hold it. I'll put the water on it.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that stupid then.
Try it in the field when there's something around that would die.
Not us.
You
Not
mean
us,
me?
preferably. I wouldn't get any on you if that's what you're hoping for. Don't do that. That probably wouldn't work out well. But there's no time like the present. You're dealing with a incredibly powerful foe. Times like this call for wild cards.
Well,
which you will strike me as something that you could very much be.
I either die or I die, so I like my odds, really.
I like him. He knows what he's saying.
No, I don't.
He opens.
Is
his
there
mouth
anything
and
else
lets
that the
them out.
Temple of Bahamut can do for you before you succeed on your mission? I have every faith in you.
I don't think we need anything further. You've aided us more than we expected already.
He gives you a bow.
Return it.
He gives you a bow.
Get a nod
Very
of the
well.
head from Yuki.
He gives you a bow. Very well. I wish you good fortune and Bahamut's blessing on your journey. And I wish you every success in hunting down this scourge. Gives you
Thank
all
you,
one
kind.
final bow. He backs away and walks away.
Well, I suppose we'd best get back to the ship and speak to Zathara, give her an update, and go from there.
To the sky ship.
Let's
So
go
now-
kill a vampire.
To get interesting.
Looks menacingly at Sarkin.
Yes, let's.
Just so happy and cheery.
So, you all head back to the ship. And that is where we'll end it tonight.
Bum, bum,
On
bum.
a ... So yes, next session, there will be combat.
Yay.
Boo.
Because there has to be.
Boo.
Oh no.
Boo.
Doesn't have to be. We can run.
Yeah, well, you could.
We can
I
talk our
would.
way out of things, and also into things, but mostly out of things.
Mostly into things.
Mostly into things.
I apologise in advance for next week. I'll probably be tired because I'm driving back from holiday that day. I'll still
Have some
be here.
coffee, some Red Bulls.
No, it's
Yes,
Monster
Red
for him.
Bulls. Never say fucking coffee to me. That's disgusting.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, for anybody still here, or anybody that's watched today, or anybody watching on the YouTubes, thank you ever so much. We are back. We're going to be doing next Saturday, but we do have some time. I think one of the months is
October.
it October, Josh?
The first
October.
3
We're
weeks
probably
of
not going to be
October.
around for 3 weeks. Yeah. So it'll be a long break. We might do
bad.
some stuff if somebody else can figure out some recording. I highly doubt it.
Tech Guru.
We might try and we could always try and pre-record something on another day
We
to
could
release on YouTube.
we could bump Lairs to a different day, and we could do it one of the evenings potentially for a short session or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
We'll try and figure something out to get something on, like, at least on YouTube, even if it's not on Twitch.
the Sundays potentially.
I can't
Yeah.
do it the other Sunday.
We could do one of the Sundays or something like that, or if the other guys are free, we could figure something out.
That's fair. We'll have a little look. Keep an eye out on YouTube. Hopefully you're subscribed and you got the bell notification, so you'll get something for when we do actually post something. But yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll try and get some more content out for people. I'm hoping at some point we might even do one of the Warhammer ones when James is ready to do one because I wouldn't mind doing that. That would be quite fun.
Oh,
I
it's
need
going to
to
be
figure out how to
chaotic.
get Foundry so you guys can join again because I've got the core rules on there, so it does a lot of the stuff for you.
Nice.
Like, I just want to be this race, and this class gives you all the basic equipment, and you can choose which ones you get.
I'm still going to be
Bam.
the orc.
I'd love to be the
always-
Eldar, but if not, I'll
Not-
just go Marine.
Not in
Yeah,
the main story,
Steven.
Josh.
Pardon?
It does not make sense. Not in the main story, I'm afraid. It doesn't make sense.
No, go on that grit good though. I've had him
There's-
made for
there's
2
no way.
years.
The Imperium go, it's a fucking orc with them.
Chaos Demon?
Hey,
It can't be a Chaos Demon anyway.
I could be purple. They might not know I was there.
In the one shot,
Guardsman, Eldar,
Marines.
Kroot.
can't be Groot.
You can. That's one of the things you can be. But obviously, probably not in one of the campaigns.
I
Kroot is a
know
class.
2 things about Warhammer.
Oh god.
1, the blue guys are the Space Marines. 2, purple orcs are invisible.
So
That's
wrong.
all I know.
He's
You are
not.
so
So
wrong
wrong
on
for
so
that
many.
first one.
That's all I know.
He's both
Blue
right
guys
and
are
wrong.
one chapter of the Space Marines. Anyway, before this gets
Technically
to,
two.
we'll talk about this afterwards. But thank you ever so much for watching, guys. We will see you next week. Nighty night.
Good night all. Bye bye.
I